Welcome to Crimson Cliffs High School for the final week of the regular season, here live in our Boulevard home game of the week as the Mustangs get ready to take on the Dixie Flyers. Glad you're with us tonight, and this is going to be fun this week. We've already seen games Monday because of makeup weather from last week. We had the lightning storm last Thursday going into the Easter break. We've seen, games last night. There was other teams that played last night. Snow Canyon took a big loss last night up at Cedar in a matinee game. And here we go with the Flyers and the Mustangs and the Region 9 standings. Desert Hills and Crimson are both 8-2. Snow Canyon and Dixie are both 7-3, and all four of those top four teams play each other in a two-game home-and-home set. Glad you're with us. Want to officially welcome you into the pregame show built by Bucks Ace Hardware. Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff, and Caden Formaster. And guys, there's going to be some drama heading into the postseason.
Absolutely, there's going to be drama heading into the postseason. We have four teams that are battling it out to try to have at least a percentage of the region title. Those four teams, two of them playing here tonight with Dixie and Crimson Cliffs. The other two playing across town at Desert Hills High School, Desert Hills and Snow Canyon. So those four teams right now are definitely in the mix to try to battle it out. Now, Crimson Cliffs, Desert Hills are the two teams that are sitting at the top of the region at an 8-2 record, 7-3 for Dixie and Snow Canyon. So Crimson Cliffs, if they get a win here tonight, they have an even better shot at holding on to the Region 9 title by themselves. But again, so much could happen over the course of tonight and Friday night.
You want to believe that Snow Canyon and Dixie, if they were to sweep, they'd at least get a share. I mean, with the top four teams squaring off. Paulie, how much do these teams want RPI points versus a Region 9 title? Because that's the other kicker. All these teams are jockeying in the top 8 in the RPI standings.
Yeah, that's right. It's a moving week of sorts for all these teams in Region 9, but it seems as if region titles have lost a little significance since the RPI was instituted. But I still think it means a lot to the kids, the fans, and the families. So I think a region title means a lot locally. It may not mean a lot in the RPI, but I still think it means something.
Yeah, you look at the RPI, Desert Hills enters tonight, number 1. Snow Canyon is number 2. They're meeting tonight over Desert Hills. We'll keep eyes on that game. We'll have Region 9 updates brought to you by the Rink all night long, and then that'll be our next broadcast. We'll do this game here tonight, Dixie Crimson. We'll jump over to Snow Canyon, do the rematch on Friday night, Warriors and Thunder, and they are 1-2 in the RPI. That's the regular season finale. So here tonight, though, don't want to discount the significance of this game. Crimson comes in 6th in the RPI, and Dixie is 7th. So there's a lot at the line, and both these teams very well coached. Coach Abbott for the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs, he won state championships here, obviously built a great culture, and a new coach for the Flyers, but 14-9 this year. Like I said, 7-3 in Region 9. Chunner Nyberg, alumni, helped when Jeff Messerly was the coach. I think it was the 07 or 08 season, win a state title, if I'm not mistaken. I could have got my year off on that one. Somebody will probably tweet me or correct me, but it's going to be fun tonight. Again, lots to get to and so little time. They're already having the skippers meeting at home plate here for the scheduled 7-inning baseball game. Caden, the wind is a factor right now.
Yeah, it is. And in the JV game, it played a factor in a positive way for Crimson Cliffs. The JV game, we had a home run going over the left field wall, and that's exactly what's going to happen here at the wind, is the wind is carrying this ball for those right-handed batters, or I guess if you want to hit it oppo as a lefty, but it's definitely pulling it into that left field wall right now. So if the wind continues to stay up like this, then yes, it absolutely will be a factor tonight, especially over here on the left side of the field.
Let's take a look at what's going on in our keys to the game. Caden and Paul, you guys have got some keys, and it's brought to you by Everbowl. Everbowl, it's where St. George gets their superfood fix. Everbowl in the Red Rock Commons over there next to Yogurtland and Dick's Sporting Goods. They got great sips. They got new base flavor. You can go try out some of their great Everbowl products, acai bowls, and they are delicious, and a proud sponsor of local sports here on the Fan Sports Network. And guys, excuse me, guys, let's start with the Flyers.
Yeah, for the Flyers, it's going to be strong starting pitch, and Carson Hunt on the bump tonight for the Flyers. Going to need a nice start, go deep for him tonight as well. Limit the free passes. That's kind of been the Achilles heel for the pitching staff this year, giving up a lot of walks, and timely hitting. They're going to need the hits in crucial junctures of this game to give them a win over the Mustangs. All three of those are your keys for Dixie.
You mentioned the starting pitching, Carson Hunt, the sophomore. Last time we were at Dixie High School, he had a beautiful game, had a double, had a solo shot home run, was our Findlay Subaru star of the game. His pitching numbers might not be as impressive as his batting numbers. 4.34 ERA. He's 2-2 coming into this game tonight. But this kid has a bright, bright future, and the future is right now. Let's take a look at Crimson Cliffs. Everbowl keys to the games. Caden, what do you think?
Yeah, we'll go quickly. We got national anthem coming up, but defense behind the pitching, just making sure that the field is doing their job, getting outs when he can, not letting the guys get through base. Aggressive, smart, base running. Again, pass balls, take off if you can. Those kinds of things. You want to see advancement along the bases as much as possible. And then plate confidence. Guys like Brecken Park have been battling it out at the base or at home plate and getting walk-offs. So we've seen 2 of them from. So just continue that confidence.
Yeah, up and down the lineup, this Crimson team. It was the big question mark coming in. How would the bats do? We knew they had some deep pitchers in that rotation, but the bats have been pretty solid. That's why they are 8-2 and in a position with a sweep to at least get a share of the Region 9 title. All right, pregame show built by Bucks Ace Hardware. Timeout, and we're back for the first pitch.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 13 years of local experience. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks Ace stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Wilkinson's House of Lighting, Coral Canyon Golf Course, and City of St. George Recreation.
Hey, we're back, everybody. Pregame built by Bucks Ace Hardware, 3 Southern Utah locations, including the newest, that brand new state-of-the-art 45, 50,000 square foot monster. You can go in there and shop for guns, lawn and garden, home needs, everything. Think Bucks Ace Hardware. They also got the location Dino Crossing and out in Santa Clara. Devin Dixon, Caden Formaster, and Paulie Ratliff on the call tonight. And we are going to take a look at the starting lineup tonight. Brought to you by Sport Court of Southern Utah. Flyers and Mustangs. Here we go. Gilmore will lead off in left. Hill at second. Carter Turley hitting third and catching. Hunt pitching in the cleanup spot tonight. Jake Andreas over third, batting fifth in the lineup. Then Larkin at short, Benson in center, and MacArthur at first. Crew Pryor will play out in right field as well. Starters for the Mustangs. MacArthur at shortstop, batting leadoff. Whitwer in the 2 spot, center field. McKay Wright, left field. Cutter Christensen cleaning up. They moved him up in the order a little bit. Austin Smith will catch him bat fifth. Ryder Lenez, senior, DH. Ryder Sherritt will play first tonight instead of Lenez. Those guys are kind of interchangeable. Race Bennett at third, batting eighth. And then Brecken Walk-Off Park will be at second base with Staten Cranendonk, the pitcher, and his numbers are pretty good. I know it's a little tricky to say his name, but this kid, man, he was great last time we saw him over at Snow Canyon, wasn't he, guys? I know he didn't get the win, but he battled his tail off, had a lead late in the game before they got a couple base runners on. They went to the bullpen, and they ended up losing a 1-run heartbreaker, but he was tremendous.
He absolutely was, and very capable, so we'll see what the Mustangs can do tonight with him commanding them on the defense.
I've been impressed with the job that Justin Abbott has done. And, Dixie was splitting with everybody early in the season. They had a little soft spot in the schedule, able to get some series sweeps, and now here they are in a position with 2 wins to maybe themselves get a share of a Region 9 title if things played out their way. If they sweep and Desert Hills and Snow Canyon were to split, that would do it, and they would have a share of the Region 9 title with the Desert Hills Thunder, and they can probably improve their RPI ranking from 7 with the sweep. You got to believe they will at least leapfrog up to 6, maybe even 5, because Crimson is sitting at number 6. So there's a lot at stake going into the state regionals, then the super regionals, and then it all culminates May 12th through the 17th with the bracket play at Brucehurst Field. Finley Subaru Star Watch, Paulie, for the Flyers tonight. Who you want to keep an eye on?
Yeah, for me, I think it's got to be McKay Wright. I mean, he's been the guy that's been clutch. We've seen him make some big hits and some big games for him, hitting .451, 2 home runs, has the power, has the contact abilities. He's your Finley Subaru Star for the Mustangs.
All right, we'll check in with Caden on Crimson in the first pitch. Straight down Broadway, we're underway. Pitch number 2 from Crandon Donk is fouled. Up and out of play, a Fabulous Freddy's foul ball. Who are you excited to keep an eye on tonight with our Finley Subaru Star Watch for the Mustangs?
I'm excited to see Carson Hunt. He's going to be on the mound, but of course he's batting cleanup as well. So he's got himself a good bat as this one also goes foul to stay alive 0-2. But yeah, Carson Hunt to me had a great game last week as well and really led to that Dixie win. So I want to see what he can do this week as well, and especially on the mound. I haven't seen him pitch in person yet, so that'll be interesting.
Crandon Donk, high, missing, and Gilmore, leadoff hitter, now 1-2 the count. Crandon Donk, sub 2.00 ERA. He's about 1.97. That one hops in, and that one's ball 2, trying to get Gilmore to chase something down in the zone, and he does not. 28 1/3 of work. 40 strikeouts, guys, only 11 walks, so his ratio is good. And that one fouled straight back. We've talked about Crandon Donk's spin rates and how he really has a tremendous curveball, but he's been locating that curveball and his fastball a lot better, and that's why he's got some really good numbers here coming into this game tonight.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff for sure, and I like the confidence he has.
A slow roller out to second. That's gloved. Throw over to first, and 4-3 the put out in the scorebook.
A good start for Crandon Donk to get that quick ground ball out, get in rhythm here, and start settling into this game as he was going after the hitters, or going after the hitter, going straight to it, power pitching to the plate, and gets contact, weak contact for a quick out.
So here we go. Number 2 hitter after Gilmore is retired for the first out of the night. Crandon Donk. Slow roller right down the third base line. That's going to stay fair. Charging hard, no play. That's going to be an infield single for Hill. So Hill right there didn't get a lot of the barrel on the bat, but it works out as a single nonetheless.
Yeah, just a beautiful hit. I like that Crandon Donk just took a dive down. Of course, that's honestly something you want to see from a pitcher, right? Someone who's willing to just get out of the way of the play. But it looks like we're going to have an umpire conference here as well.
Not sure. He's safe. They appealed it maybe. For some reason, I don't know what the appeal was for. It was certainly a fair ball. Was there interference somewhere on that play? I didn't notice anything, and that's why they probably deemed he's safe.
Yeah.
No score here early on. Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Like I mentioned, we'll keep updates coming your way all night long on the other big game tonight. That's Snow Canyon at Desert Hills. And the pitch, and Turley takes that inside ball 1. That just didn't bend enough to get back over the inside part of the zone.
It just wasn't quite there. It was close. It was close. It's a good pitch. I like to see that, but just getting a little tighter into the zone would be nice. You could be seeing a 0-1 count instead of the 1-0 here.
Here comes the delivery, and high, just on top of the K zone. Devin Dixon, Caden Formaster, Paul Ratliff in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. About 78 degrees, guys. Perfect temperatures, but that wind's probably 15 to 20 right now, and it's blowing straight out to left field.
Yeah, should we say the Grass Creek Construction broadcast roof over here on the rooftop of the storage shed right now.
I actually like this spot.
It's a pretty cool spot.
It is a good spot. Great view.
And we are butted up against the building, so hopefully you don't hear too much of the wind coming through our microphones tonight. And that one missing, and 3-0 to Turley. Turley, big-time player last year, but didn't catch with Ridge Erickson behind the dish. Now he's playing his normal position. And there's a strike right down Broadway, painting the inside half for strike one.
Yeah, good-looking pitch there from Cranendonk, as he's gone from the outset right after the hitters, and I like that. I like the guys that are quick to the plate and deliberate, and he's shown a lot of those qualities early in this game.
If you would have told me before the season Turley was looking for his first home run, I would have said, no way, this guy's got a lot of pop. He's hitting 303, and there's a base on balls. He is aboard, so runners on first and second now with one out. 6 doubles for Turley. Oh, he does have 3 home runs. I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong player stat line. I apologize. That surprised me so much I said it out loud and I was incorrect. Turley does have 3 home runs because he does have pop in his bat.
He does.
Strong kid.
Yeah.
2 on, 1 out. Just underway here. Visiting half of the first inning. And here is Carson Hunt, the sensational sophomore.
Yeah, looking to add run support for himself here.
Big, strong lefty. Giving a little space off the plate, swinging a drive into opposite field. It's in the alleyway, and this could get out of here, and it's going to be off the wall. It goes off the wall. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score as Turley is right behind Hill.
Wow.
And it is 2-0. Carson Hunt making it happen here in the first inning for the Flyers.
Yeah, what a stroke. As we see on the replay here, he just puts it out to the outfield, and the race is on the home plate between the 2 Flyers racing around. But what a hit that was. Great extension, and gets it out to the outfield deep.
Man, I thought with the wind that was going to carry. It did end up falling down, but, man, wow, some good power here. Again, there's a reason why I chose him as my early pregame
Finley
Subaru star of the game.
Yeah.
Because of things like this.
Well, and he is hitting 477 coming into tonight. This kid is a big-time player. I mean, as a sophomore, he joined some of the ranks of breakout seasons. A guy that wasn't on everybody's radar coming into this season, underclassman, didn't play any varsity last year. He has burst on the scene in a big, big way.
Absolutely, he has. Yeah, he looks phenomenal as now we got Jake Andreas coming up to the plate.
Jake, kind of fun that he gets to play with his sister. Yes, his sister, Jordan, she is on this team as well. She's actually the 4th pitcher for Chunner Nyberg in this Flyer program.
And we saw her in the JV game. Again, yes, she is one of the underclassmen here on this team.
She's just a sophomore.
She looked pretty good in the JV game as well. I saw an at-bat. She sent it into shallow right, and it was caught for the out. But a decent bat. She was getting around on it pretty quickly.
And obviously, she's one of the only girl playing baseball in the entire state of Utah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, she's splitting time varsity and JV, but she's only a sophomore.
Yeah.
Cranendonk trying to work out a little bit of trouble after that opposite field 2 RBI double by Carson Hunt, giving the Flyers a 2-0 lead. And count now 1 ball, 2 strikes for Jake Andres. Comes in hitting exactly 303 on the season. 11 RBIs, 6 doubles, and no home runs. That was the column I was looking at earlier. There's a chopper to third, throw across the diamond, and 5-3 for out number 2.
Yeah, good rebound there by Cranendonk after the big hit by Hunt to get a quick out there and stabilize things. And now an opportunity just to get out of this inning with 2 runs. Not too bad for as good of an offense as the Mustangs have in the bottom half.
And how about that play over there by Bennett? Bennett making it look pretty smooth over there on the hot corner on that chopper.
Yeah, that's a great play over there on the corner.
Here's Larkin, 281, entering tonight, batting average. High ball 1 from Crandon Donk. And takes a stroll off the bump and looks at the runner. Nobody holding him right now. We'll see if they put some kind of a move on to keep him close to second base. Probably could get a little bit bigger lead if he wanted to. And a bunt. And that's going to be laid down, but it curves foul down the third baseline. Nearly perfect off the bat of Larkin, just too much side spin. Trying to sneak a bunt single in there with 2 outs. It kind of caught everybody off guard there.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those plays you can only do once, though. You can't go back to it now at this point, I don't think, if everyone's going to be heads up on that. But I like the idea. I like the notion. It's a 1-0 count. There's 2 outs. Field's playing normal depth. Not a bad idea with his speed, but it just drifted foul. Crandon Donk, the right-handed pitch, breaking ball, and looked like the umpire kind of froze him for a second, and he says that is just missing for ball number 2. That's a good look for a pitch right there. Again, as you mentioned, it looked like it was right on top of it, but ball is the call, 2-1 count. Paulie's smiling as Washington Capitals just took a 2-0 lead in the Eastern Conference playoff in the National Hockey League.
That's right.
Ovi score?
No score today.
Uh-oh.
It's okay, though.
Yeah, I just was going back to this morning. Prediction, Paulie says, Ovi anytime goal in caps.
Win.
Got half your
That's right.
2-legger.
That's right.
That's just a prediction. You can't hit them all, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to try to throw behind the runner, and that ball caroms, but Jason MacArthur there to collect it, and no harm there. That is right. Is that? Oh, and they called him out.
Oh.
They called a strikeout.
Strikeout. Okay.
No, now they're calling everybody back.
It wasn't a strikeout. That pitch was nowhere near being a strikeout. We just saw it here on the replay.
I just heard the PA announcer. And
what was the call?
I don't know.
Don't know.
They're saying he's out.
Was it interference on the throwdown? Because that doesn't make sense.
You know, he's trying to throw behind the leadoff runner at second base. Right is not moving. He is, and neither Dixie Flyer.
Let's look at it on the replay one more time here. So here's the pitch. It was high outside.
He cut in front of him.
Oh, it's because he walked in front of the catcher. He's making the throw down.
I think it's interference on the throw is what I'm guessing.
That would make sense.
And did they touch? I couldn't tell. Maybe we could take one more look. I don't think they made contact, but he walks right into the throw.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
And
good catch there, Deb.
That's probably what they deemed as the out. So that'll do it for the top half of inning number 1. They get 2 runs on 2 hits. They do leave 1 left on base. No errors in the inning. And we'll see the home half of the first. And it'll be Jason MacArthur, Jackson Whitwer, McKay Wright due up for the Mustangs when we come back.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Today's game is brought to you by Appliance Wholesalers Plus, Buck's Ace Hardware, Dealer Collision, and Finley Subaru.
So we end the inning on that pickoff attempt down at second base. Larkin is called out due to interference by stepping in front of the throwing catcher there, trying to throw behind the runner, and that was Austin Smith. And now here we go. But hey, Flyers will take the hot start, 2-0. They got the lead.
Yeah, it's a good looking start for the Flyers as that's kind of play. Wow.
First pitch swinging, popped up high, going to hold up into the wind, and catch made out there in right field for out number 1. You were saying, Paul?
And a picturesque start offensively, and now Hunt gets a quick first out on the pop-up, and they're rolling right along here as the Flyers having a great start to this game overall, and I think they're going to continue as Hunt can continue to just bulldog and keep their lead.
Jackson Whitwer will step in. And a swing and a shot, and that'll be a hit over the glove of the first baseman into right field. He's going to put on the brakes. It's going to be a one-out single by Jackson Whitwer. Solid piece of hitting there. And for Whitwer, he's one of these seniors. They were honored. This is the final regular season home game. So Jackson Whitwer, Brecken Park, Staten, Cranendonk, also, of course, Jason MacArthur, McKay Wright, Ryder Sherritt. Those are the seniors in this year's class for Coach Abbott and the Mustangs. Flyers, of course, will have their senior night on Friday over at Dixie High School in the rematch. And you can hear probably the wind starting to pick up. It's shifted a little bit. It was straight out to left. Now it's kind of from right field out to the left corner. So that's why I think you saw that fly ball to right kind of get held up in the wind a little bit.
Yeah, it was heading out straight to right. Then it just kind of started to die and drop on him.
Hunt, Bender, perfect. Called strike 1. 1-1 the count here on McKay Wright. Boy, hard to think about McKay Wright. All the football seasons, all the baseball seasons coming to a close. He's going to graduate next month, and he's been a focal point of Mustang athletics in the fall and the spring for really the last 3 years. And they say he checks his swing. I thought he might have went around there, but no, says our home plate umpire, and that was missing for ball 2. So 2-1 the strike. He kind of fooled him badly, and so it maybe looked worse than it did because he was fooled on the speed of the pitch.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell if he broke the plate or not. There's a chopper to third, glove. The only play is to first. Throw is going to be in time. Heck of a play over there at third base, and the throw was on the money.
Yeah, great looking play over there by Andreas.
Yeah, Jake.
Yeah, I mean, what a sliding over, getting the stop there, and then fling it over to first for the quick out. McKay Wright got some speed down the line, deceptive speed for his size. So that's a good play by the Flyers.
So Jackson Whitwer gets over to second on that ground out to third. 2 outs now, bottom of the first inning. Flyers leading 2-0. Cutter Christensen steps in. Cutter, left-handed batter. First pitch from Hunt. Fastball down Broadway, strike 1. Flyers playing pretty straight up defensively. Shortstop is hugging second a little in case they want to put some kind of a wheel play on. That's the Larkin at short for Coach Nyberg. And outside catches the black, and strike 2. 0-2 the count.
Yeah, Hunt going after it, you know, not nipping the outside or trying to place the ball perfectly with location. He's just going for it. I like that.
The 0-2 pitch froze into the glove of Turley, but missing for ball 1. Tonight's game brought to you by our title sponsor, The Boulevard, making your house more like home for over 50 years. Buy smart, buy at The Boulevard. 2 game of the weeks this week. We get one on Friday as well. And a swing and a miss, and there's the first Red Rock Real Estate strikeout of the night for Mr. Carson Hunt. What an inning. He swats in 2 runs, comes in, gives up 1 hit, strands a runner, but doesn't give up any damage. We go to the second. Flyers on the Wilkinson scoreboard, leading Crimson 2-0.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Hey St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out, with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Hey, welcome back to the yard. Little baseball, Region 9 style on a Wednesday night for you. Glad you're with us here on the Fan Sports Network, streaming on our YouTube page. Links are up on the fansportsnetwork.com. If you're listening on radio, you're heading home for the night, you want to watch this game, you can. And a swing and a miss. Leadoff batter is Benson. Benson would love to get a little something started here for the Flyers, as they have the 2-0 lead. And that one hop short. And it's 1-2. Benson, just another over 300 hitter, 306 coming into tonight for the Flyers, who hit at 322 as a club. And anything a team batting average over 300 is pretty solid at the high school 4A level. You got some good pitchers down here in the Southern Utah region. Speaking, as that one is a foul ball, but it's chased after, and it's caught. He got to it.
Yeah.
Basket catch over the shoulder over there at first base, and nice job by Ryder Sherritt.
Yeah, good ball tracking there, just seeing the ball in the air and finding it, and in foul ground, but playable. I saw that come off the bat and thought there's a chance, and Ryder Sherritt makes the play.
So a pretty cool Region 9 pitcher of a bunch of Region 9 alumni in the UVU BYU game the other night. All the Region 9 players, there was 8 of them. And they all took a picture together, you know, like Mason Strong and Luke Iverson and Luke Anderson and Cooper Vest. And I'm going to start naming names. And for Carson Herman. Who else was in that picture? And it was really cool to see how many alumni are playing. Obviously, wishful thinking on our part. We wish we could keep a few more of those here at Utah Tech so we could see them more often, but it's cool to see how many Region 9 baseball players are going on to have success at the next level. 2-1 the count now. And here's MacArthur. Wants to swing, big cut, but just a fabulous Freddie's foul ball straight back into the dirt, or the turf rather. You do have turf around home plate, and then down the line still about 8 or 10 feet shy of third and first, and then the pitcher's mound is turf as well. The infield is grass, the outfield is grass. Little combo working here.
Yeah.
Less mowing for the maintenance crew, right, Paulie?
That's right. Keeps it easy for the grounds crew.
I was about this close to putting synthetic turf in my yard this offseason. High fly ball, not deep enough to leave the yard, and it's going to be caught in center field by Jackson Whitwer for out number 2 off the bat of Ethan MacArthur.
Yeah, that's a good swing of the bat, good contact, and, you know, unfortunate for him, the wind isn't blowing enough to carry that one any further than that.
Crew Pryor, just a sophomore, hitting 250 steps in, number 9 hitter in the Flyers lineup. Flyers leading 2-0. We're in the top of the second. Crandon Donk, down low, ball 1. Fastball just missing. Crandon Donk certainly gave up those 2 hits and 2 runs. Certainly looks like he's cruising here in the second.
Yeah.
Against the 7 and 8 hitters. We'll see what he can do against the number 9 hitter in the Flyer lineup. Pryor hasn't been an everyday guy, but he's starting to get more and more reps. 12 of 48 this year. That's why he's hitting 250. Only 5 RBIs, no extra base hits. Just a sophomore, though. Good speed if he can get aboard. And there is that spinner, located perfectly by Staten Crandon Donk, and Crandon Donk quickly gets that back in his glove and ready to work quick again here on a 2-2 count. Deuce is wild with 2 down in the top of the second, swinging a foul tip straight back.
Crandon really quick to the plate now. He's starting to get in a little bit of a rhythm here. First inning, he was a little bit, you know, hit around a little bit, but now starting to find his groove, it looks like.
Well, and I think the pitch count got high last week in that loss to Snow Canyon, right? He was coming up on 108 pitches when they went and got him. So he's running out of pitches. And pitches right now, he's at 40. He's recorded 5 outs and has taken 40 pitches. So Flyers maybe being a little bit more patient at the plate, working the count, and now Crew Pryor has worked it to 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. And swing and a miss, and there's a Red Rock Real Estate strikeout for Crandon.
That's the power pitch epitomized there as he just went straight out to the batter, wanted his best stuff, and just blew it right past him. Great pitch.
All right, we'll take a break. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. 2-0 Flyers. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. When we come back on the Fan Sports Network and streaming on thefansportsnetwork.com.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
At Great Harvest, we believe in crafting more than just bread. We provide crisp, garden-fresh salads and savory sandwiches. Everything from garden-fresh ingredients to our signature handcrafted bread. Our friendly staff will guide you to find a meal that will leave you craving seconds. At Great Harvest, we truly provide something for everyone. And don't forget our baked goods. Satisfy your sweet tooth and finish your meal with a brownie or cinnamon roll. Come visit us at Great Harvest.
Hey, welcome back here to the ballpark, Crimson Cliffs High School, Washington Fields area, the outskirts of. What is this? Is this considered Washington or St. George?
We're in Washington.
We're in
Washington.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I haven't mailed anything to school lately, so I wasn't sure what zip code to put it on it. And there's a rip shot right out of the gate, laced into left field for a single. Good piece of hitting by the catcher, Austin Smith.
Whoa, there we go. What a start there of the inning for the Mustangs. As talking about not mailing something to school, that was mailed into left field. Just direct shot into left and gets a nice bounce for the double. And now the Mustangs got something to work with here in the top or in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, that's something nice to see with the first at bat, second pitch in the at bat.
Yeah.
But first at bat of the inning to get someone in scoring position immediately, no outs.
Now batting number 11.
Here comes Ryder Elenez, big, strong right-handed hitter. With a duck on the pond after that leadoff double. And a swing and a pop-up, straight up, coming down, might stay in play. Taking a look is Turley. Turley got it and squeezes it in that catcher's mitt for out number 1.
Yeah, Carter Turley, one of the better defensive catchers in the region and in the state, as he made a nice little play getting over actively, getting under that one to make
Hawaii. He's committed to play at the University of Hawaii, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, Ridge Erickson goes to BYU and now off to Hawaii for their next catcher here. So good line of catchers for the Flyers lately.
Beautiful night. Wind seemingly dropping just a little bit.
Carson Hunt, again, just very deliberate to the plate and not really messing around, not trying to nip the corners, not trying to get guys chasing on stuff that's low and outside. He's just going for it. I love what I've seen so far from this sophomore. Another one.
Yeah, getting him swinging.
Two nothing. Flyers have the lead. Bottom of inning number 2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Wind up from Hunt. Breaking ball. And fouled up and out of play off the batter, Ryder Sherritt. Good night to hang out for some baseball. As always, we'll be naming our awards in our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show at the conclusion of this one. Jersey Mike sub of the game, Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game. And we got our Star Watch early, and we'll see actually who ends up being the Findlay Superstar of the game at the end of this thing.
Good framing attempt there, but not to no avail. Doesn't get the strike call, but I thought it was a good attempt.
Here's the pitch. 1-2 pitch, hit the third, gloved and knocked down, picked up. Andreas airmailed it past first base. Runner will take a big turnaround third, put on the brakes, and it's going to be an E5 on the throw. And now runners on the corners for the Mustangs with only one out here in the bottom of inning number 2. Take another look if we got it. Don't think we got that. How about, what'd you see there, Paul?
Yeah, just
rushed it because he had to go get it?
Had to knock it down with his body to get it on the ground and then pick it back up. And then it just, the whole sequence kind of disrupted a little bit for Andreas. Not a clean play, so throws it the first baseman off the bag. And now the Mustangs again with an opportunity. Runners on the corners here with one out only.
Here is the windup and the pitch downstairs.
First bit of adversity that Carson's Hunt has faced in this game. Let's see how he works through it here.
Race Bennett is the batter. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Carson Hunt. The flyer hurler laces one over the plate for a called strike 1.
That's a good pitch, and I think he needed that one, if anything, just for the confidence of knowing you can hit that strike zone well and let it see it go past. He hasn't really seen too many strikes that haven't gotten contact as the runner goes down to second. No throw made.
Yeah, they faked the throw to second, looking to see if maybe they try to send the runner and he could throw behind him at third. Didn't work out, so a stolen base. Stolen base is brought to you by the City of St. George Recreation Department. They got softball signups. They got this new softball 5-on-5-on-5.
Yeah.
So you only have to have a team of 5, 6, 7. Easier to get than a team, trust me, I've tried to recruit softball teams in the past. Somebody's always got something going on.
Yeah, that's right.
Check it all out. Get signed up for the summer softball through SG City Rec.
That's a good pitch right there as well. Evens it up to 2 apiece. But with 1 out and 2 runners on in scoring position, the Flyers have their backs against the wall at the moment.
Hunt 2-2 delivery, breaking ball, got him. Red Rock Real Estate strikeout. What a pitch, framed up. Turley doesn't move his mitt much there. And down on strikes is Bennett.
Yeah, Bennett totally frozen there. Hunt just kind of got him gun shy to swing at that, but it was a beautifully placed pitch, and Turley with a good frame, like you say, and now 2 outs, an opportunity to get out of this inning unscathed.
Here is Hunt. Runners on second, third. Breaking ball to Brecken Park, called strike 1.
I like what he's got right now in his arsenal, and he's switching up the pitches enough too that I feel like the batters are struggling knowing what's coming next.
And that one high. Park has been kind of the man of the last 2 weeks with 2 walk-offs, one against Snow Canyon, one against Desert Hills. That's the number 1 and 2 teams in the RPI, right? And you're walking off good teams. It's been huge for his confidence, a senior.
Ooh.
Who loves to golf, guys. He loves playing the game of golf, but it's baseball season right now. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
That just took a dive right in the zone. And the great movement on that pitch from Hunt as he's really dialing it up here in this spot of the second, yeah.
Swing and a miss, a Red Rock strikeout for Carson Hunt. So got in a little trouble and then got out of a little trouble, just like Paulie is an 8th grader. We've got to go to a break. We're through 2, and it is 2-0 Flyers on the Wilkinson scoreboard.
Hey, St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill.
Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice.
Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Today's game is brought to you by Appliance Wholesalers Plus, Bucks Ace Hardware, Dealer Collision, and Finley Subaru.
Hey, welcome back. Devin Dixon, Caden Formaster, Paul Ratliff here in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. Hey, want to let everybody know, if your kids are seniors and they're playing sports or student athletes, Sport Court is giving away not one but two $5,000 scholarships next month. They'll announce those probably right after the state tournament, probably 17th, 8th, probably the 19th of May, before graduation. And if you want to nominate and get your kids in the mix, all you have to do is send an email for more details or to nominate them. And you have to just email office.sportcourt@gmail.com. Office.sportcourt, no S after sports. Office.sportcourt@gmail.com. 1-1 count now after that pitch fought off. And there's a slow roller out there in the hole. Got to it, blocked it, picked it up, but left it on the ground. And that'll be a flyer aboard.
Yeah, good start here for the Flyers in this top of the third, as, getting a little bit to Cranendonk here. Multiple innings where they've gotten a hit now. So they're seeing the ball well tonight overall.
So Gilmore has reached, and there is Hill. Coach Hill, the assistant coach with Jeremy Hill, been here 11, 12 years, was with Coach Ibsen for that long stint. And his son, a senior, on this Flyer team. Got an infield hit, later scored the first run of the game.
Yeah.
Turley scored on that same play. That Hunt opposite field shot into the gap.
They almost tagged each other running around third base, just right on each other's heels, those two Flyers. Getting around the bags in a hurry.
Fact. And a windup and a pitch coming from Cranendonk. Inside and one hops, and that's going to allow Gilmore to swipe a bag.
See, that's the heads-up running we were talking about in the pregame show, guys. It's really important in games like this, especially where right now it's a tight score of 2-0 in the top of the third inning. You've got to be able to swipe some bags when the opportunity presents itself.
Cranendonk, 1-1 on the Nets on Fire pitch count. That one missing. 2-1 now. Nets on Fire building champions on and off the court. Two and one here. Hill. Shot through the right side and a sharply hit single. That could score a run. They're going to hold Gilmore up. The throw would have been close, but by throwing home and putting the brakes on at third, they do get runners at second and third. Good speed there by Hill to take second.
Yeah, what an incredible hit there to get the Flyers moving again on the base pass. I mean, this has been an incredible inning overall, and they're just piling on, starting to get these runners in scoring position for the third straight inning now.
Here is Turley. Walked back in the first. Later scored. So Gilmore's at third, Hill's at second. Nobody out here in the top of inning number 3. Flyers already the 2-0 lead, looking for more with a couple ducks on the pond. And There's a shot into center, but not deep enough to leave the yard. Caught. They'll try to tag and score the run, and they'll throw to the cutoff. So it's 3-0 Flyers on a sac fly by Turley.
It's exactly what Dixie wanted to do here. They're fine with the sac fly. They had the outs available to them. Only one out left right now, but again, able to get a runner on, make it a 3-0 ball game, and still a runner in scoring position over at third base. Again, just one out on the board. So you still got a lot of room to wiggle here if you're the Flyers.
Got a Rink Region 9 update, skatetherink.com after this pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. RBIs by Lee, Trayvon, and Magavero, and it's already 4-0 Warriors. They got the bases loaded at Desert Hills in the top of the second, so they've got a chance to do some real early damage against the Thunder.
Wow.
Dewey Gibb is pitching for the Warriors. Crew Christensen has already been lifted for the Thunder. Shot, slow roller to third. Collected. They got him in a pickle. Hill goes back to third. Dives. He's out of there. That's out number one. Now they got the runner at first.
Whoa.
Hunt's in a pickle. The throw to first. They got it. They got him. They got him. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. And the Mustangs are out of the jam.
I've never seen a double pickle in my life. Incredible.
Wow. That was impressive.
2 outs, both in pickle plays at third and home in between, and then over there at first and second. And we go to the bottom of inning number 3. The Flyers do get one on the sac fly by Turley, and they take a 3-0 lead on the Wilkinson scoreboard here on the Fan Sports Network, your number one stop for all local sports.
At Intermountain Sports Performance, we've been training athletes for over 20 years, and we guarantee your athlete will improve speed, agility, explosive power, and reduce the risk of injury while working with the most qualified and experienced team in Southern Utah. Find us on Instagram at sportsperformance_IH to learn more.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Oh, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hi there, Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Today's game is brought to you by Everbowl, Back Nine Golf, Fabulous Freddy's, and Great Harvest Bread Company.
Well, guys, I don't know if we'll see a double pickle for a double play again this season. We just saw one as we moved to the bottom half of the third inning. That was fun.
That was fun.
Unless you're a Flyer fan and you're sitting there going, we got a great chance to get some more runs here early, break this game open a little bit. And Crimson gets the Flyers on a, I guess you got to say some great plays, but kind of some base running blunders at the same token.
Yeah, it takes two to tango in that situation. You see one guy caught in a pickle, and to take off for second when that was happening, probably not the best move because they executed both outs, get out of the inning.
Well, and Hunt, he's seeing that rundown. He's maybe thinking that Hill's going to stay in it longer. Maybe he thought he was going to dart back home, play a little more cat and mouse. Instead, he just charged hard to third, which allowed them to catch him in the middle of the bag. So shot right off the bat into the center field, and it's a leadoff single for Jason MacArthur, who's been really playing some good baseball in his senior campaign.
Yeah, he's been a rock-solid leadoff hitter for the Mustangs all season long. We've been seeing quite a few Mustang games this year, and more times than not, he leads off an inning with a hit or getting on base.
Had a couple of hits in their win the other night and continues to swing a hot bat. He's up to 411 on the season, the senior, Jason MacArthur. Had a great junior year last year and even better senior year. Future looks so bright for him. And they need base runners right now, trailing 3-0. Hunt's now given up 3 hits, but no runs. Flyers have scored 3 runs on 3 hits, and then that one error on the throw to first base. The only mistake of the game so far in the scorebook or the scoreboard, depending on what you're looking at. I want to thank our double play sponsor this year, Honolulu Grill. Double mac salad. I love their macaroni salad. Sauce on that white rice.
Yeah.
Kahlua pork, the beef, the Loco Moco burger. They got some really good options. If you have not been down to Honolulu Grill, you're missing out on the best Hawaiian food outside of Hawaii.
Love Honolulu Grill.
Me too. It's one of my favorites.
And love how you were crushing me for my homemade cupcakes, and you brought Honolulu Grill to our Easter potluck.
Yeah.
Yours wasn't homemade either.
Well, you changed. I never changed. I put macaroni salad. I brought macaroni salad.
You did.
You said you were bringing brownies. You brought cupcakes. I don't understand.
Okay. At least you stuck to your list. But neither were homemade is my point.
No. Why would I make my own mac salad? I'll go get it at Honolulu Grill. It tastes better.
It does.
Jackson Whitworth 1 for 1 tonight, and he draws a walk, so he is aboard. So now all of a sudden, the Mustangs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, 2 on and nobody out. And this has kind of been the theme. Hunt has given up some base runners and then worked out of trouble. Can he do it again here? Looks like he's going to have to in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, and you would love to work out of jams, but you don't want to flirt with disaster like he has a few times now. But he's been able to work through it, so we'll see if he's able to do it again.
Here is McKay Wright, a man that needs no introduction. 451. He's swatting it in his senior season. And a double steal from Coach Abbott, and it works as the ball pops out of Turley's mitt. And Wright doesn't even swing and protect him because it was ball 1. And now Wright's got a chance to do some damage here. He represents the tying run at the plate. Probably still too early to think about that too much. He just wants to swat in 2 here if he can. Sometimes, though, when you're just trying to hit a single, that's when the ball can leave the yard.
That's right.
Yep.
And Wright's got that pop in his bat, no question about it. He's got 2 dingers on the season. And he's ahead in the count 2-0. McKay Wright wiggling that right-handed bat. Big stride, but lays off. That pitch just missing the bottom of the K zone for ball 3.
This is a tight spot for the sophomore on the mound, facing off against another potential walked batter. 3 outs are still going to be a long ways away right now. You don't have anything.
And there's a called strike. McKay Wright was taken on the way. And you want to see the sophomore throw one with a little pressure against a good hitter.
Yeah.
If he wants to throw another one here, McKay Wright's going to have a green light. I would go with an off-speed pitch here. Instead, it's a fastball, and he swats it right back up the middle. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. It's a 2 RBI single for the senior McKay Wright.
And that's my Finlay Subaru star of the game in the pregame as he checks in and gives himself a nod for that award in the postgame maybe as he drives in 2.
Shot there, a replay right back up the middle. That's why I kind of thought maybe go throw the off-speed pitch. Looked like Wright was kind of waiting for the fastball, and he makes Hunt pay. Nobody panicking, though. Flyers still have a 3-2 lead. Bottom of the 3rd inning. And you love it on senior night to see a senior have a big moment like that, don't you guys?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. And here is Cutter Christensen, another junior on this team. Again, there's only 6 seniors. Or 7 seniors, excuse me, on this Mustang roster. They're everyday guys. Forgot about Elenez. And quickly now a 1-1 count to Cutter. It's a baseball name, right? Cutter Christensen?
Yeah, I like that name.
And the windup and the pitch and a shot through the hole on the right side into right field. And rounding second, taking third is McKay Wright. Another hit for the Mustangs. They now got 5 on the night, and they've cut it to within 1, and they still look up at the scoreboard here. Mustangs no out, so they got a chance to do a lot more damage.
Yeah, the line's moving here for the Mustangs in this one.
Yeah, I mean, 5 hits already to Dixie's 3. Obviously, Dixie still holds the lead, but listen, there's still no outs, and looks like we've got Coach Nyberg going to come out and have a quick conversation with Hunt on the mound.
I would talk things over, check on him a little bit here. Not a bad idea. And timeout's brought to you by Luke Udy at American Family Insurance. Get a free quote, see how much Luke can save you today. Do it tomorrow. Luke Udy and Associates. Life insurance, auto insurance, home insurance. And, you know, if your rates and premiums have been on the rise, take a quick second, call Luke Udy, American Family Insurance, and see what he can save you. You can thank us later. Devin Dixon, Caden Formaster, Paul Ratliff here. Meeting on the mound is over. Chandler Nyberg taking that walk back to the Flyer dugout.
Now batting number 22, Austin Smith.
Now Austin Smith comes to the plate, and he had a big hit earlier in this game. Let's see if he can replicate that and get another one for this Mustang squad that's looking to break the seal here. Wow.
Shot off the pitcher, Hunt. He only has one play. He'll trade the out for the run, and we are tied up as McKay Wright will score. It's a fielder's choice and an RBI collected by Austin Smith. And guys, if that gets through past Hunt, does it get into center field? That probably a good thing that he was able to go get it and at least get an out. Defensive out on that play and just trade that out for a run.
No, that's definitely a big stop. It's possible that you might be getting your second baseman shading over that direction to get it in time. Maybe Colton Hill gets there, but there's no guarantees on that, so it's a good stop by Hunt.
1 on, 1 out.
Great pitch there. Great first pitch on this at-bat.
Elenez, senior. 0 for 1, popped up to Turley, the catcher, in his first at-bat. That was a great first pitch, but they said it missed, so ball 1, and now that one in high and away, ball 2. Obviously, depth in pitching is always a key if you want to win a state championship, and both these teams would love to be in that conversation right now. Number 6 and number 7 in the latest 4A baseball RPI rankings, which seed you for state. That one's a Fabulous Freddy's foul ball up and out of play. Hey, good news, everybody. The annual, semi-annual Fabulous Freddy's coupon book sale is back on at both Southern Utah locations. You get a book of 10 washes. You can buy any wash. You want the VIP. You want the VIP interior X. You want just a Freddy's full service. You got a bunch of different choices. They're 30% off. And you get one free the day you buy that book. So if you're getting them for a Mother's Day gift or a graduation gift or whatever the case might be, they're actually going to stay on sale till Father's Day. So you got some time, but next time you're Fabulous Freddy, stock up and save. Maybe you just want to get a good deal on some car washes for yourself. Coupon books are on sale right now at Fabulous Freddy's. 1-1 the count. Elenez at the plate. 1 on, 1 out. Here is Carson Hunt. Right-handed pitch high, ball 2. Or excuse me, ball 3. 3-1 the count. Sherrod is on deck. Long looking. Hunt slowing down, guys. Definitely pressure-packed moment. Doesn't want to surrender the lead here.
Sure.
And a pop-up. It's going to be an infield pop-up. Larkin at short, calling everybody off, and he'll make the catch for out number 2.
That's a big out for Hunt there, as he had battled this inning. A couple runs have crossed now, and it's good for him to just get that second out, get a little composure back, get a little rhythm back, and now let's see if he can get in this inning tie game. It's still preserved.
Let's talk about how tough of a fly ball that is, too, because this time of the night, it can get lost up there. The sky isn't quite dark enough to give you a good backdrop, and so you could see over there on third base, he kind of lost it, and so it was coming over from short. It was Max Larkin to come make the play. Because I don't know if Jake Andreas was ready to see it or not over there.
Well, the sun is set, so the lights are on now. So maybe adjusting from the daylight, kind of starting to evaporate into the light, the artificial light of the baseball diamond here at Crimson Cliffs. 1-1 the count quickly to Sherritt. Ryder Sherritt, another senior on this Mustang baseball team. Got a runner in scoring position. And he takes ball 2. Stats tonight brought to you by Best Friends Animal Sanctuary. Every animal deserves a loving home. Go up there, take a tour, just 90 minutes from St. George. Great for a weekend getaway and take home your new best friend. Go to bestfriends.org.
I got to get out there.
Oh, it's awesome. I went and did a remote up there.
Okay.
You can eat a $5 all-you-can-eat lunch. The Merc has been remodeled. Great rooms. Top notch.
Oh, wow.
I got a tour of the sanctuary. There's a strikeout. They do have to throw it down as it got away from Turley, and that'll be out number 3. Bestfriends.org. But snakes, horses, rabbits, cats, dogs, you name it, they got it all. Bestfriends.org. Well, that'll do it, but not before the Flyers get 3 runs on 3 hits. They do leave 1 on base. We move on in this one and haven't settled a thing. We're tied 3-3 on the Wilkinson scoreboard between the Flyers and the Mustangs, live on the Fan Sports Network.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 350 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now. Visit redrockrealestate.com.
Welcome to the Back Nine. We bring the world's best courses to you. Elevate your game at any time with 24/7 access to top-tier golf technology and expert PGA instructors available. Back Nine Golf is a place to improve your swing for all ages. Join us today.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegber from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
Back at the yard on a beautiful night. We had some gusts that were like 15, 20, maybe even up to 25 with the gusts. You look out to center field right now, fellas. There's hardly any wind at all. That flag just gently laying against the flagpole. And again, like I said, haven't settled anything as we're knotted up. Great inning there. Hunt had been working out a little bit of trouble, stranded some base runners, but that time the Mustangs make him pay. And they've tied this game, and now Crandon Donk can go back to work. Missing, and then that one in. So 1-1 the count. Here's pitch number 3 to Jake Andres. Chopper in the field of play. Gloved over at third by Bennett. Bennett the throw across the diamond in time. 5-3 put out.
Just speaking on last inning, as that was a great put out there by the Mustangs, but speaking of last inning, Hunt had been flirting with disaster the last couple innings, loading, putting guys on base in scoring position, and then finally, was actually saw something be affected by his flirting with disaster there in the last inning as they broke through and got 3.
And maybe a little giddy up in the pitches from Crandon Donk. Staton now has his team back him up with some offensive run support. And we're tied 3-3. Swing and a miss on a 1-0 pitch by, is that Anderson? I believe that is Anderson at the plate. 8-0 Region 9 update brought to you by The Rink. Snow Canyon is beating Desert Hills, guys. That's a little bit of a shocker.
Yeah, the Thunder, one of the top teams, if not the top team in the state this season. So
20-3 record, #1 in the RPI, and they're down 8-0.
And they got the 10-run rule game they had against Dixie as well, where they that was kind of a head scratcher as well. But It's hard to go undefeated through this region, as everyone knows. So.
Larkin, excuse me, not Anderson. This is Larkin. Larkin at the plate. 281 batting average coming in tonight. 6 doubles, 1 triple. 13 RBIs, and he draws a walk. Patient AB there, and the Flyers have 1 on with 1 out. And here is Benson, the senior, stepping in from the right side against Staten Crandon-Donk, the right-handed pitcher of the Mustangs. Larkin will run for himself, good wheels. Off-speed pitch for a called strike, good pitch there. There's that spinner.
Yeah, good location there from Crandon-Donk, as it's really getting in rhythm here as he's gotten some run support from his teammates, and now looking to dial in here, and we're at a 3-3 game, so it's a brand new ball game.
And they try to get the pick off, and they do get the pick off. Larkin is called out at first base, and he can't believe it. He starts talking over there to the first base coach. I believe that's Jagan Levitt. Like, really? He just called me out? And he'll take that slow walk back to the Flyer dugout after out number 2. What a pickoff. And boo. That one broke back over the plate for a called strike. 2. 0-2. Benson in a hole. And here comes the pitch. The 0-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. It's into the dirt. He's got to throw it down to first, and that'll be a Red Rock Real Estate strikeout. And that'll do it. In the top of the 4th inning, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base after that pickoff move. And we head to the home half here, the 4th. Tied 3-3 on your home of Region 9 baseball, all the way through the state tournament on the stream and on the radio, the Fan Sports Network. Be right back.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Relatives coming to visit? Not enough room? Maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool. Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Visit stgeorgeutahvacationrentals.com.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Hey, back here at the ballpark. Pleasant night to be in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. Devin Dixon, Caden Formaster, and of course, my man, Prediction Paul Ratliff, Tara Atkin on the camera for us tonight, and the Mustangs and Flyers on the field putting on a show, huh, buddy?
Yeah, absolutely. We're locked into a 3-3 ball game here, and we got a good one on our hands.
Both these teams have state championship aspirations. I've said for years, if you're a top 4 team going to the state tournament, you're probably a top 10 in the RPI, and you're one of the favorites to win it. Big swing and a miss by Bennett, strike 1. Crimson entered tonight's game 8-2 in the Region 9 standings. And the Flyers come in at 7-3. Both would love a sweep this week. And then they'd love a split over there between Snow Canyon and Desert Hills.
Yeah.
And that would at least guarantee you a share of the Region 9 title.
Yeah.
No matter which way it went. There's like 8 different scenarios. We could have a share, we could have an outright, we don't know yet. And you kind of like the dramas. That's a Fabulous Freddy's foul ball out there in no man's land down that right field line by the Flyers first base bullpen.
Yeah, no matter what happens today, it's still going to leave things up in the air for Friday.
Right.
And that's what's
It's
going
all
to make
coming
things
down
really interesting.
To the wire. Both these teams have put themselves in a great position. If you're just tuning in to the broadcast, welcome. Thanks for tuning in on the live stream or on the radio. Well, number 6 versus number 7 in the RPI rankings. Crimson is 6, Dixie is 7. A swing and a miss, and Bennett goes down with a Red Rock Real Estate strikeout via Mr. Carson Hunt, who's still out there flinging it.
Better start to the inning here for Carson Hunt, as he'd allowed runners in the previous innings early in the frame, letting guys get on first and second, first and third, but this starts to strike out with this frame. So good power pitch and good start. Oh.
Brecken Park gives it a ride down the line and left. Big turn, but he's going to put on the brakes. It's going to be a sharply hit single for Brecken Park.
And it needs to be, Weston Gilmore cut that ball off just amazingly in the corner there. That could have been extra bases, maybe double, triple, but he cuts it off and throws it in quickly to prevent any extra bases.
3-3 ball game, but Park is aboard here in the bottom of inning number 4, home half, here at Crimson Cliffs High School. Winds picked up just a little bit, blowing out kind of towards the left. Off-speed pitch stays away, ball 1.
For those of you listening on the radio as well, I mean, we've got ourselves a tied ball game. If you're just joining us, the Flyers got off to that early 2-0 lead, but a big third inning from the Mustangs make this an evened up 3-3 ball game.
And in that third inning, plenty of praise to go around, but how about that 2 RBI hit back up the middle by McKay Wright? That was kind of the big hit in that inning.
Yeah.
Flyers got 2 in the second, like you said, and 1 more in the top of the third. There's a bunt, and MacArthur got a chance, and this is going to be safe at first. Throw not in time. Nobody's covering third, and safe at third. How about that? MacArthur the bunt single. Brecken Park the head up, base running to get down to third base.
Yeah, as we see on the replay here, just excellently placed bunt. You couldn't do this better if you drew it up, and what an incredible attempt to get him out, but still no one covering third.
I think that's probably Larkin, the shortstop, that's got to rotate over, or Hunt's got to get over there. One of those two guys has got to go fill when Andreas comes in to field that from the third base position.
Yeah, because they left it wide open. Third base comes down to get the bunt. Shortstop went to cover second, so third base was left wide open. I think it's Hunt that's got to come on over.
Strike 1. Good pitch to Whitwer. Whitwer, 1 for 1. He walked and singled. So Whitwer's got a good night at the plate going. Let's see what he can do in his third at bat. That bunt single was MacArthur, top of the lineup, third time through. Here we go, and he's going to try to swipe second. He does. Gets away. Runner's going to go home, and they're going to throw to second and try to get that out, and they do get that out. Ooh, I don't know.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I thought MacArthur beat him to the bag watching that live.
I just watched the replay was right there.
Did he get it?
I don't think he got it, but let's watch the replay one more time here because
one more look for our viewers. Boom, it's boom, but I thought his hand was there.
Safe.
Regardless, it's 1 out, but the Mustangs, more importantly, do take the lead.
That is the most important thing for the Mustangs, as what an incredible play there, to the sequence that this has been, just moving the line however they can, and now an opportunity to cash in another one potentially with the line still moving.
And Whitwer fouls it off. It's Fabulous Freddy's foul ball straight back. A fresh baseball. 4 runs on 7 hits now for Crimson tonight, and they have their first lead of the ball game. Nobody on after they got MacArthur at second. And he's swinging a shot into left field. That gets down, and it gets past Gilmore. He's rounding second, digging for third. Here comes the relay. He's going to turn and go. Now a late stop sign, and he dives. Whitwer dives back to the bag.
He wanted it, though.
That's Kyle Boyer, the third base coach. He wanted to send him. You know he wanted to send him. He was trucking, but I think it's probably a good decision. You never want to make the third out at home plate if you can avoid it.
No.
Still a lot of baseball left to play tonight.
That's right.
And you don't want to take the bat out of McKay Wright's hand. Chance to get a hit and pick up another RBI. He's already got 2 of those.
See, but now I look back to that play that just happened at second, the controversial tag out right there.
Would have scored
and
a run.
that could have been an RBI triple.
Yeah.
But instead, you are looking at a runner on third, 2 outs with McKay Wright, a good power hitter coming up.
I was just lauding Weston Gilmore and the cutoff that he made earlier in the field, but that time kind of gets away from him there into the corner, and it took him a while to dig it out. So
they have scored that a triple, although he never touched the glove, but he took a bad angle out there in left field, didn't he, guys?
Yeah, he did.
If
he curved around on it as opposed to just trying to go cut it off.
Came in and then tried to go wide, and it just got past him down the line. And it wasn't like it was right on the line.
No, but it was definitely hook and left off the bat. So
maybe the side spin. I do agree with the triple call, but Gilmore probably kicking himself for a bad angle there. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Carson Hunt's pitch count. He is sitting at 67 pitches now. Actually, that last one was 68. McKay Wright, 1 for 2 with 2 ribeyes tonight. Chance to swat another one in if he can find something, some green grass in the outfield late, and got a piece.
Surprised he's swinging at a 3-0 count.
I like the swing on the 3-0. I know it's controversial, but I like it.
With 2 outs, I'm not as big a fan.
You
I don't
always
know.
get something to hit 3-0. You're going to get something center cut down the middle. Guys never swing.
Fastball down the middle.
I don't know.
Yeah, but what if it's not?
You're right.
You get a free run to first.
When you're hitting 451, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
And he wanted to swing. He does take this pitch. It's ball 4, and he is aboard. It's only the 3rd walk, I believe, given up by Hunt tonight. Still nobody getting loose in the Flyer bullpen, so if they want to make a move, probably coming from somebody that's already in the outfield or the infield, a position player. 4-3 Mustangs. Runners on the corners, 2 outs, bottom of inning number 4. Here's the pitch, popped up by Christensen, up and out of play, a Fabulous Freddy's foul ball. Over there with some spinach onto the softball field.
I was waiting for Paulie to make the diving catch over here for that foul ball, but
yeah, I should have ranged out.
A little out of reach.
Paulie's not making any diving catches, let's be honest. He might get in the batting cage and strike out a few times.
That's right.
Or hit some
foul tips.
Foul tips, some hotly hit foul balls.
I have it on record that you're actually half decent in the batting cage.
Yeah, well, our camera girl can corroborate that. I am solid in the batting cage.
Andy collaborated. Andy confirmed. First thing I asked her, is Paul really blowing smoke, or is he actually not striking out in the batting cage? He's like, no, he squared a couple up.
There we go.
So to my surprise, because I've seen you swing a golf club, and it's utter disaster.
That's right.
I will take Caden over you in an 18-hole round every day of the week and twice on Sundays.
Okay. I would take Caden over me in an 18-hole round.
There is not enough golf balls in your bag to play 18 holes, let alone finish 18 holes. Unless you've improved in that regard. It's been 5 or 6 years ago since we've swung the sticks.
That's right.
That's why Paulie doesn't go. He knows he's not very good.
That's why I don't go with you.
Maybe us 3 got to go hit up a course one of these days, and we'll see if it's improved at all in his time away.
I just got one rule. We can't keep score.
Right. Excuse me. They're going to try to get a pickle going, and they're going to try to score a run. They're going to throw it home, and they don't get him. They missed the tag. The throw down to second gets into center field, and the Mustangs have taken a 5-3 lead. Jackson Whitworth is plated on a really aggressive call from the Crimson Cliffs dugout, guys. You got to love that if you're Coach Abbott, rolling the dice a little bit.
Yeah, that was one of our keys, was smart base running. How about aggressive base running from the Mustangs as they really just trying to push the envelope here and take a bigger lead, get an insurance run. And they didn't know if they were going to get a hit there, so they just cashed it in with the base running little strategery there. I like that.
I think, did we put the word aggressive in our key? I'll have to flash that. I'll have to go back to
Might
that,
be
but
aggressive.
You're right.
We did say aggressive base running for the Mustangs.
Yeah.
For the Mustangs. Okay.
Fabulous Freddy's foul ball up and out of play.
There you go, aggressive, smart base running
wow.
there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at that.
We got receipts today, boys.
That's twice. And on the flip side, you go back to that double play that kind of cost Dixie an opportunity to maybe score some runs. Defensively, Crimson made some key plays. So all of a sudden you look up and they've got a 5-3 lead in a very meaningful Region 9 game. One game after tonight left, and that's the rematch senior night over at Dixie Donley Flyer Field on Friday night, 7:30. And we won't bring you that because we're going to go to the rematch at Snow Canyon on their senior night and give you a taste of both of these regular season series finales this week. Last score update, I was going to check on the score. 12-1. 12-1. Snow Canyon is leading Desert Hills in that number 1 versus number 2 in the RPI battle. Snow Canyon trying to really spoil senior night for the Thunder.
What a great game that is across town for the Warriors, huh?
Well, especially after they dropped that game yesterday afternoon to Cedar.
Oh, they got to be angry about that, I'm sure. And Cedar's playing some great ball this year. You know?
They won their first 4 or 5, then they lost like 4 or 5 in a row. Actually 6. And then finally that was one to kind of get them back on track. They're done. They're on a bye the rest of the week. So Cedar is 5-12 or 5-7. They've played all 12 region games.
They will have a game tomorrow against Canyon View in a little crosstown rivalry.
That's right. You look at them in the RPI and you look at kind of the regionals and who could be matching up with you. Cedar is sitting at 12 after that win over Snow Canyon. 11 and 11 overall.
If I remember right, if the playoffs started today, they'd be playing Payson.
Which is a great
Either Payson
matchup.
or Tooele, one of those two teams.
Great chance to get onto the Super Regional. Again, home sites for best of 3s next weekend and the following weekend. And then the 8 remaining play a true bracket play double elimination tournament at Bruce Field, May 12th through the 17th. State championship crowned on the 17th.
Coming up.
Game 1 of that best of 3 series will be Friday night. Then potentially a doubleheader on Saturday. And then somebody will be dogpiling on the mound at Utah Tech. And it's probably going to be a Region 9 team, guys, based on the last 10 years. You got to go back to 2015, Grantsville, the last time somebody not a Region 9 local team in Southern Utah won a state title. I remember that Grantsville game. Working that broadcast. 0-1 count here to Austin Smith, the catcher for the Mustangs. Mustangs leading 5-3. They've already plated 3 in the 3rd, 2 more here in the 4th. Still in the home half of the 4th inning. Hunt delivers, slow roll to short. Larkin gloves it.
Oh.
No, he doesn't glove it, but they get the force anyway. It goes off his mitt right over there to Hill, and Hill was on the bag. And that'll do it for the inning. They get 2 runs on 2 hits, and they do leave 1 on base. We go to the 5th. Flyers chasing 2. Mustangs lead 5-3 on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
12-1. Well, I told him we're here Hey, we're here. We're here, everybody. Welcome back to the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. Building with integrity is their competitive edge at Grass Creek. Devin Dixon, Caden Formaster, Paul Ratliff, Tara Atkin, our crew tonight. And 5-3 Flyers now find themselves chasing some runs. First time they've got to the plate trailing tonight. Ethan MacArthur, the leadoff guy here in the inning, and quickly 1-1 the count. We talked about where Hunt's pitches are getting up there a little bit. Crandonk is starting this inning with 66 pitches.
That's not too bad. Good spot for the 5th inning.
Now 69 after a 2-1 count. And here's the 2-1 pitch. And that one outside, about waist high.
Crandonk's got a really good rhythm up there on the mound right now. I mean, he's pitching quickly. The call comes in, and he takes control and goes for it.
MacArthur has struggled this year at the plate. You know he'd love to draw a walk here. He's batting less than 100 on the season. .088. So he would love, he's a senior, he would love to find a way aboard. And now full count pitch coming here. And got him. Red Rock Real Estate strikeout for Crandonk.
Yeah, not a pitch that I think in the early stages of this game that I thought he'd make, but just straight deliberately to the plate and just power pitch all the way. It was kind of nipping the corners and kind of fishing earlier, but now just going after the batters. I love what I see.
Here is the number 9 hitter in the lineup. This is Crew Pryor. Comes in tonight hitting 250, and there's a little one-out single right through the middle into center field, and Pryor is aboard. First pitch swinging there.
Hey, you know what? For the bottom of the lineup, that's exactly what you want. 1 out away. Just get someone on right now. And for Dixie, you're looking at the tying run coming up to the plate. And you got some time left. You know, you're here only in the 5th. You still got a few innings left, but why not try to get some insurance runs moving now, get a little closer to tying this up or maybe trying to take a lead back.
And you are back to the top of the order here. Here's Gilmore. Gilmore, just a sophomore, played a lot of summer travel ball with Jake Andreas' sister, Jordan Andreas, who's on this team. He's pitched almost 20 innings. Was talking with her dad last week in the Dixie win over at Pineview that we were broadcasting, and quite an incredible story. Going to be playing on the U.S. under 16 team? One of only a couple girls playing high school. There's only one college athlete right now in baseball. It's a female, somewhere in the Northeast. I can't remember if it was Iowa or Minnesota. I can't remember where it was. But kind of cool to have, and Gilmore and her have been playing a lot of ball coming up through. There's the same class, both sophomores. Gilmore 0 for 2 tonight. See what he can do here. Looking for a timely hit upstairs. 3-1 the count on the Nets on Fire pitch count. Building champions on and off the court. Got a big tournament coming up next month. High school teams welcome. Get all the details at netsonfire.org. There is no off season. Also, thanks to Intermountain Sports Performance, who's up there in the Be More Sports Complex. They got their Summer of Speed training programs. You want to get signed up right now, you get a discount. Get all the details. Check out the Instagram page. Here comes Justin Abbott after that walk to Gilmore. He's going to check on Staten. 78 pitches now.
Yeah.
We're in the 5th, top half. 1 out, 1-2 on.
It's a good pitch count for this late in the game, and still plenty of life left in the arm, I feel like.
I mean, he's keeping his pitch count still fairly low for being the 5th.
Some breaking news. You guys remember Bears legend and Hall of Famer Steve McMichael?
Oh, that name is very familiar. Yeah.
He had ALS. He just passed away at the age 67 tonight.
Wow.
Any trivia tonight, guys? Will we have a second?
How about this? We got the NFL draft tomorrow. It's not trivia, but it is some news. We're going to be covering it on the Fan Sports Network.
That's
so
right.
If you are listening in from 6 to 10 in the evening, you're going to be catching all the draft news coming through.
I'm so excited. Well, I'm excited at the draft because my team's got double-digit picks after trading.
It's always nice.
Trading
Yeah,
DK and Gino in the offseason. We got 4 in the top couple first 2 days. It'll be good. And 1-0 the count to Hill. Are you a Raiders guy?
I'm an Eagles fan.
Eagles, that's right. I knew that.
Good year to be an Eagles fan.
You and Paulie don't talk football much without
No,
fighting, do you?
me and Paulie love to talk football, actually.
That's
you know?
right. Caden was very gracious.
Division rivals
during the run.
You know what? We were texting each other during that divisional game as well
right.
when they were fighting for, I guess, it really was the spot in the playoffs, right, for the conference championship.
That's right.
That was a really fun time. So now we keep it cordial.
Very cordial.
Man, I'm not going to lie. As an Eagles fan, I can still say I love what Washington is doing right now.
Jaden
I
Daniels
like to
is
see
electric,
them,
yeah.
I like to see them
They should have picked up Saquon
relevant.
Barkley.
A lot of teams are wishing they would have done that.
Yeah.
You might be getting some backwards hurdles on your team.
I think Washington might draft a running back this year. Top 3 or 4 rounds. Don't you think?
Yeah.
We could.
He'll take a little pressure off Jaden Daniels. And 3-0. That one downstairs here to Hill. Things tightening up a little bit for Staten Cranendonk as he's in a little bit of a jam here. Leading 5-3, 2 on, 1 out, top of inning number 5. Hill is at the plate, Gilmore's at first, and Pryor's at second. But he's behind in the count 3-0. And he almost hit him.
I think he might
And the
have,
bases are loaded, or ball 4. The umpire put his hands up like it's grazed him.
I think it did. I heard almost like a baba, just 2 quick sounds. Sounded like it might have just nicked him. I think the umpire must have heard it too.
Guys, a rink Region 9 update over at Desert Hills, 14-1 now. Snow Canyon.
What inning are we in over there?
They've added a couple more. They're still middle of the third.
Wow.
And again, Snow Canyon entered tonight 7-3, just like Dixie. Desert Hills was 8-2. So if Snow Canyon wins tonight, they'll be 8-3. And we'll see what happens in this game. We got a pitching change. That'll be it for Cronendonk. So we're going to take a break. We'll talk about the new pitcher when we come back. 5-3 Mustangs have the lead here in the 5th.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
At Intermountain Sports Performance, we've been training athletes for over 20 years, and we guarantee your athlete will improve speed, agility, explosive power, and reduce the risk of injury while working with the most qualified and experienced team in Southern Utah. Find us on Instagram at sportsperformance_IH to learn more.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill. Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice. Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Back at the yard here at Crimson Cliffs, 5-3 Mustangs lead the Flyers, but the Flyers got a little something working here in the 5th as Staten Cronendonk's night is done. We'll get to the final line. Mason Anderson on the pitch. We'll look at his stats as well. So 4 1/3 officially, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 4 walks, 3 Red Rock Real Estate strikeouts. Anderson comes in 2.95 ERA, a 2-1 record. Also has 1 save this year, and pretty decent strikeout to walk ratio, 24 Ks, 9 walks in his junior season on the bump. Opponents are hitting 247 off of Mason Anderson, and the first pitch missing for ball 1. Maybe not quite as much velo as Statton had. Maybe not the spin rate on the breaking ball, but I was watching his warm-up throws. He's got a pretty good movement on that breaking ball.
Yeah.
See what he goes with here, working on Carter Turley. And there's a beautiful pitch. Kind of froze Turley. He lays off, and it's called strike at the knees. 1-1 the count. Turley hitting 303. Turley tonight still no official at bat. He's walked twice. He'd love to swing it here with the bases loaded, though.
Played a great defensive backstop. Made a couple of outs. Foul territory for the Flyers. Let's see if we can help him on the offensive side.
Anderson, and it's fouled back off the bat. Turley, 1-2 the count.
Well, guys, tying run over on second. Again, bases loaded, only 1 out here, so still looking pretty good. But
Big moment, though. I mean,
but this is a huge moment for either team. I mean, back against the wall.
Top of the 5th inning, so.
Last time we saw something similar to this, the Mustangs got 2 outs through some pickles.
And a swing and a shot to short. MacArthur can't get to it. He does knock it down. 1 run will score. Here comes the second run. We're tied up 5-5. Turley puts a charge into it. MacArthur gets to it, blocked it, but couldn't do anything after that as it ricocheted away. That's going to be a hit in my book. What do you guys see there?
Yeah, I think that's a hit as well. That's an extremely tough ball to field. Did the best that he could, but again, 2 runs come around to score, all tied up at 5.
We'll see what they officially scored here. As Hunt will step in.
And just 1 out still an opportunity here to keep on piling on if you're the Flyers.
And this is another game in which Cronendonk will not be in line to get a win.
Yeah.
We saw that against Snow Canyon last week. They did call that a single. They agreed with me, the official scorekeeper. And there's a called strike at the knees from Anderson, who looks mad, throwing mad.
That was a great pitch. I always love it when that catcher's glove has a little snap to it, and that last pitch definitely had a little snap to it.
Carson Hunt 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI double back in the first. Big cut, and he comes up empty.
Well, that broke right into the dirt.
And
he's working quick. He's right up to the mound, ready to go.
Still 2 on, just 1 out. 2 plated already here in the visiting top half of inning number 5. Flyers have squared it back up. Anderson down and away. 2-2 the count.
Yeah, definitely a good take there. That one was very well out of the zone.
Trying to get him to chase something.
You know, and pressure's a little more off here for Hunt just because they do at least have a tied-up game and only 1 out. You're not worried about pushing more runs across entirely, but you still, of course, want to keep the outs at bay as this one's fouled away.
Upstairs in the zone, and Hunt pulls it down the line. They're going to run get that baseball before we resume play. Fabulous Freddy's foul ball. Coupon books are on sale at both Fabulous Freddy's. Get a booklet of 10 washes. You choose the wash. 30% off. Plus, you'll get a bonus free one the day you buy that coupon book. So get 11 washes for the price of 7. Pretty big discount at Fabulous Freddy's.
Yeah.
Plus, every time you use that wash, you get 20 cents off at the pump. So you'll save $3 or $4 or $5 depending on how much gas or diesel your vehicle takes.
Love it.
That adds up. Over 10 washes. And there's a shot through the hole on the right side. They're going to send the runner. And it's another play at the plate, but it's up the line. They'll throw to third, and everybody is safe. And the Flyers have flying back to take the lead 6-5. Hunt has another RBI, his 3rd of the night.
Yeah, Hunt doing it from the mound, doing it at the plate. He's given himself some more run support here, as we see on the replay there, and what an incredible night for Caden's Findlay Superstar Watch.
Yeah, giving up some hits on the mound, giving up some runs on the mound, but he's helped himself out at the plate. 3 of the 6 Flyers that have scored have been off the bat of Carson Hunt, the sensational sophomore. And here is Jake Andres with runners on the corners. And still just 1 out as they are facing Anderson out of the bullpen, and it has not been grooving for Anderson.
Don't forget, that out came as a strikeout with the first batter of the inning. All of this has happened with 1 out.
Yeah.
Andreas tonight at the plate for the Flyers, 0 for 2. Looking for his first hit, which would plate another run. I don't feel like a 1-run lead is safe right now, guys. Do you?
No, not at all. Not the way these guys are all hitting tonight.
And they're going to throw it down to first. Ooh, good dig over there at first by Ryder Sherrod. That was a short hop, and he handled it. And, of course, who's running over there? That is, I think that's the freshman Wright again running for Hunt. Be interested to see if Hunt stays in the pitch. But first things first, Flyers want to see if they can do some more damage offensively. Wind up pitch, swing, and a big cut and a miss. Andreas couldn't find it. Jake is signed. Next level, San Francisco Dons, West Coast Conference, will be taking his talents next year, or this fall. Next year, I mean, they got fall ball, with baseball season in the spring. I feel like we're in for a big shakeup coming down the pike. We've been hearing rumors about the WAC, the Summit League, the Big Sky, Big West Conference, and somebody's going to get left out. It might be the WAC. We'll see. I think West Coast Conference and Big Sky are going to be okay.
Well, you got schools like Gonzaga that is going to go join over with the Pac-12, so they're leaving the WCC, right? You got schools like Grand Canyon and Cal Baptist that are shifting around. So,
which is affecting the conference.
Yeah, everything's moving.
It's just taking a while to get that trickle-down effect after the Pac-12 disbanded. And there's a called strikeout. Red Rock Real Estate strikeout. Down goes Jake Andres. Much-needed K there for Mason Anderson.
Wow, definitely much-needed K. And I don't know if Jake thought that was in or not. The way he kind of hesitated on the walk back to the dugout made me think it might have been outside from his eye. But, again, it doesn't matter what his eye thinks. It matters what the umpire thinks, and that's out number 2 with 2 on, 1 on first and 1 on third.
Tension mounting. See if the Flyers can get another dealer collision big hit from minor accidents to major repairs. Your place for automotive repair is Dealer Collision Center in St. George. Proud sponsor of local sports here on the Fan Sports Network.
Anderson all of a sudden in a really tense situation here. He's having trouble locating the zone, and these Flyers are seeing the ball really well right now.
And when they're hitting you, when you do throw strikes, it's you kind of trying to nibble on the corners.
Yeah.
That can become a dangerous proposition as well. There's a called strike, a much needed, and that counts now even at 1-1 to Larkin. Larkin, he's got a board, but was hit and walked, hit by a pitch and walk. So looking for his first hit of the night. Throw over to first. Turley does take a look, couple steps towards the plate, but it's not leaving the bag at third. Cheddar Nyberg is the third base coach, the head coach in his first year. Over there flashing the signs. Here we go. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
It is a big cut, good cut by Max Larkin.
6-5. Flyers have struck for 3 here in the top of the 5th. And they've got the 1-run lead on the Wilkinson Southside Lighting scoreboard. Here's the Anderson 1-2 pitch, and that's ball 2. 2-2 the count. Again, coming up when this one's done, awards. AWP Playmaker Play of the Game, Finley Superstar of the Game, Jersey Mike Sub of the Game. Don't forget, keep those cameras rolling if you're out and about to sporting events, softball, lacrosse, track and field, baseball. Got a couple videos today from the high school girls golf tournament. It was the final region tournament of the season, and there's a strikeout. We want your highlights. Submit them on the fansportsnetwork.com. Every Friday we put out the Jimmy John's highlight of the week. Well, Big inning for the Flyers. 3 runs on 3 hits and 2 runners left on base and no errors in the inning, and they are back on top. 6-5 over Crimson. We go to the bottom of the 5th when we come back on the Fan Sports Network.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Hey, it's Luke with Uding Associates at American Family Insurance. At Uding Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Today's game is brought to you by Wilkinson's House of Lighting, The Ring, Jersey Mike's, and Coral Canyon Golf Course.
Hey, welcome back. I want to remind everybody, if you've got student athletes that are seniors, why wouldn't you apply for the Sport Court local scholarships? Sport Court of Southern Utah is giving away 2 $5,000 scholarships, folks. Not 1, but 2. To apply or get more details on how to apply, send an email, office.sportcourt@gmail.com. First pitch, Elenez pops it up. That is his 3rd pop-up of the game, and he is just getting underneath it like Paulie's driver.
That's right. Sent that one sky high, but that's a good out for the Flyers.
Yeah.
Trying to maintain this very slim 6-5 lead.
Hunt at 82 pitches now after that pop-up. 82 pitches. So Hunt
still going.
Yes, if he works quickly, could keep working maybe even another inning.
Well, 1 pitch outs really help you with that, efficiency-wise. So let's see if we can get another quick out here and keep rolling.
This is a big spot for the sophomore to keep logging innings, and he's got a chance to get the win again. That's a Fabulous Freddy's foul ball up and out of play. Do want to thank some of our other great sponsors tonight. Intermountain Sports Performance. There is no off-season. The season of speed this summer. Get sport-specific training at Intermountain Sports Performance locations from Logan to St. George. 2 in St. George. And again, appreciate the rink. I'll check on that Snow Canyon Desert Hill score in a minute after this pitch. Bender doesn't find the zone. 2-1 the count. 14-1 last time we checked, as Snow Canyon was laying it on Desert Hills. And it's 14-2. It's still the same. Grounder to second, throw to first in time, out number 2. 4-3 the put out.
This is great for Hunt in his pitch count. He's gotten some quick outs this inning. He might be able to go a whole nother inning here in this one because of the length of this inning is so fast.
Here's Bennett. Bennett will step in after Sherritt grounds out. And Bennett 0 for 2 tonight. Middle of the, and it got him. Got his batter's helmet. And then maybe ricocheted off the bat and went towards the Mustang dugout. So the beanball there, as they say. Bennett is aboard with 2 outs. And Brecken Park, number 9 hitter in the Mustang lineup, who laced a single that ended up was that him that hit that triple?
Brecken hit the single.
Oh, it was a single. Yeah, it was a single. It was Whitwer that had the there were similar hits, but Whitwer's the one that got passed for the triple, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you coined him Brecken Walk-Off Park.
Yeah. Well, he's got 2 of them in region play.
And I think we saw both of them. We broadcasted both of them.
I didn't see I was not at the Snow Canyon game.
Okay.
There's a comebacker. Hunt gloves it. fielding his position at the pitcher's mound and throws it after a jog over to first for an easy out, number 3. So cruise control there. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We move on. After 5 full innings, 6-5 Flyers lead the Mustangs on the Fan Sports Network.
Welcome to the Back Nine. We bring the world's best courses to you. Elevate your game at any time with 24/7 access to top-tier golf technology and expert PGA instructors available. Back Nine Golf is a place to improve your swing for all ages. Join us today.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Oh, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegman from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and escape the rink. The rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at the rink.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Back here at the ballpark, just a great night for baseball, huh, fellas? Temperatures when we got here about 78, probably dipping down about 70.
75 right now.
70, still 75.
75.
Gentle breeze, but not much. It was 15 to 20 when we got here, and now, just a gentle little breeze blowing, not really affecting anything down on the field as far as the outfielders, pitchers, or hitters are concerned.
Nah, the flag out in center field is pretty dead out there.
Yeah, laying limp. Here is Benson for the Flyers, 0 for 2 tonight, trying to lead things off with a 1-run lead. Dixie 6, Crimson 5 on the Wilkinson South Salati scoreboard. And Mason Anderson in relief, just down low, 2-1 the count. Anderson, nobody on, working quickly. Here comes the pitch. And a shot through the hole on the right side, and that's going to be a single for Benson. And the Flyers have their leadoff man aboard.
Yeah, gets on for the first time tonight as well. So that's a big strike of the bat there for Marcus Benson.
And I like that. Not trying to do too much, going with the pitch, a little outside, just poking it through between the first and second baseman. And he hit it sharply.
Yeah. Loud sound of the bat. Good contact through the hole. And
reportedly, that hit looked real similar to Paulie in a batting cage.
That's right.
I can't substantiate that claim.
Until we see this
Others
with our
have.
own 2 eyes.
I know. It doesn't count. I agree, Caden. Devin Dixon, Caden Formaster, Paul Ratliff, Tara Atkin, the crew tonight here on the Fan Sports Network.
To be fair, I've never seen any of you guys swing a bat. So
I hit left-handed.
All these things are possible. You all have the opportunity.
No, I know.
You
I was trying to get over there, but I was hitting a white golf ball.
That's right.
And then I had to run and pick up my daughter from the fair on a Saturday night at 10
Demo
o'clock.
derby, right? Was that
I don't even know
out
if
there?
I don't even know if she ever made it to the demo derby.
Okay.
Who knows?
I know that's a hot ticket, the demo derby.
I love the demo derby. I've been out there for one
You're
of those.
a fan of those.
It's been a
Okay.
while. It's been a while since I've been to one, but they're fun. Runner goes.
And they'll throw it down a second, and they got it there in time and hosed him. Cue up the James Addiction, Ben Cott stealing. As Benson is hosed by Austin Smith, top defensive play tonight. Crimson had that double pickle play.
Yeah.
And now, job well done by Smith, the catcher, who was part of that first rundown between home and third. What was that? Was that back in the second inning? I think it was.
Yeah. I think so.
Here's MacArthur. MacArthur 0 for 2 tonight. Ethan looking for his first hit. Thought he was going to draw a walk. Started to go to first and got rung up last at bat. And he's quickly worked it to 2-2. He'll step out. And here's Anderson with The righty pitch. Got him! Called strike 3. It's a Red Rock Real Estate strikeout, and down goes MacArthur. Beautiful pitch there by Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson's really rounded into form, and despite the slow, kind of shaky start for him, he's really found his groove here in this inning. And now just one more out to get out of this, and then the Mustangs return up to plate.
Anderson in relief now at 31 pitches. Here's Crew Pryor. Pryor 1 for 2 tonight. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Good inning so far up on the mound for the reliever. I mean, to be able to get rid of the first 2, well, I mean, you get rid of the first, obviously, through the tag out, but the second come through a strike.
We have some action in the Flyer bullpen, guys. Down that right field line. Can't see a number yet, but somebody is getting loose, and you wonder if Hunt might get lifted here.
Ooh,
got him. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Good job by Anderson. Put him up and put him down 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6. Mustangs chasing 1. Flyers lead 6-5 on the Fan Sports Network and the Wilkinson scoreboard.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 350 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now. Visit redrockrealestate.com.
At Intermountain Sports Performance, we've been training athletes for over 20 years, and we guarantee your athlete will improve speed, agility, explosive power, and reduce the risk of injury while working with the most qualified and experienced team in Southern Utah. Find us on Instagram at sportsperformance_IH to learn more.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Today's game is brought to you by Findlay Subaru, Honolulu Grill, Nets on Fire, and Intermountain Sports Performance.
Welcome back. Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff, Caden Formaster. We go to the bottom home half of the 6. Mustangs trying to rally down 6-5. Want to thank some of our other great sponsors. Honolulu Grill, spreading the aloha. It's all good at Honolulu Grill. Dealer Collision, our big hit sponsor. Boy, there's been some big hits tonight in a little bit of a shootout and a close ball game. And tonight's stats brought to you by Best Friends Animal Sanctuary, bestfriends.org. Go take a visit just 90 minutes from St. George and bring home your
best friend.
That's right. Dogs, cats, they have tons up for adoption.
Even rabbits.
Snakes.
They do have snakes. They do have rabbits. A lot of rabbits.
Rabbits.
A lot of little
right.
bunny foo-foos. Looking, you'd be a rabbit guy. I could visualize you as a rabbit
We
owner.
found out in the break you're not a rabbit guy.
No, I've had one once. I'd rather have a chicken that lays some eggs so I can eat.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad move.
Especially with the price of eggs.
Today's day and age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1-1 quickly the count.
My wife would love to get me get some chickens around here. You know?
Yeah.
And Hunt still out there slinging it.
Yeah, he's going.
He's at 90 pitches.
Wow.
Working into the 6. Chance to help the Flyers grab a win. They lead 6-5. That one outside, though. 3-1. He's behind. Here on the leadoff man, Jason MacArthur, who's having a good night tonight, guys. 2 for 3. MacArthur continuing to hit it. Batting average creeping up near 500 this season in his senior campaign. Pitch from Hunt. And a pop-up, and it's going to be lifted high, sky high. Everybody giving chase, but it's going to get out of play. Souvenir for a lucky fan.
Someone tried to catch it over there. I don't think they quite made the play.
Have you guys ever caught a foul ball at a Major League Baseball game?
No, I have not.
No.
I was at the All-Star game, Seattle, about a year after Safeco opened. Great ballpark. And I was there. Cal Ripken hit a home run right over my head. I jumped up, and the guy behind me caught it. Almost had an all-star home run from legendary Cal Ripken. That's a fly out to left.
The Iron Man.
Yeah. It's the same game. Remember Tommy Lasorda was coaching third and he got spilled, tumbled. The guy ran into him.
I don't think I remember that.
It was a 3-1 game. AL
Okay.
beat the NL in that game, yeah. You know how they have the little window flags that you can, you see fans take on game day? For some reason, I bought one of those, and I still have it in my closet. I've never used it once. It's just laid in my closet since 2001.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know why I told that story. 6'5" Flyers. Hunt has a key out there on a pop-up down that left field line, and here is Jackson Whitwer. Whitwer also having a good night tonight, just like MacArthur. He's 2 for 2.
Had that triple in the fourth.
1-0 pitch outside, 2-0 on the Nets on Fire pitch count. Again, calling all hoopers. We got a tournament next month. And now we got something. The official, the home plate umpire, I should say, jumped up, said something towards the Dixie dugout, pointed towards the backstop.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a fan over there or something or what. But
A warning Flyer fan maybe on that pitch, didn't like the location. I wasn't sure if it was on the plate. I can hardly see the plate. It's got dirt or turf rubber all over it.
I've been thinking the same thing for a while now. I haven't said anything, but I've been wondering how long it's going to take for him to go down there and sweep it off.
Yeah, where's the brush? Get the brush. It's a needed essential umpire tool, especially for us broadcasters. There's a called strike. Wind picking up just a little bit again here. And now it's kind of blowing in from right towards home plate. And lost him. Jackson Whitwer, great night at the plate, continues 2 for 2, and he draws a walk here in the 6th. And that represents the tying run with 1 out at first base. And here's McKay Wright.
We've got the wind picking up again, too, at least for us where we're at. I mean, we are elevated, of course, so I don't know if it's down on the field, but once that ball gets up in the air, it's definitely going to start affecting it. So
yeah.
Be watching for that.
Did they take the flag down in center field? Why can't I see the flag all of a sudden?
They might have gone over and taken it down. Yeah, I don't see it either.
Got a little tree down the first baseline that's fluttering a little bit. I don't think it's got too much effect on the players out there on the field, though.
No. It might on a fly ball.
Okay, right, 1 for 2 tonight.
And this is Hunt emptying the tank. I mean, this is him giving what he's got left. Hopefully it's good for the Flyers.
That was his 100th pitch of the night, sliced into left for a single. And now the go-ahead run is McKay Wright at first base.
And I would think Chandler Nyberg's got to make a move here.
That was pitch 100.
Yeah, I would think that this might be the time.
And he's coming out, so I would not be surprised.
Timeout on the field, brought to you by Luke Udy at American Family Insurance. Get a free quote on your home, auto, or life insurance. See how much Luke can save you today. We'll take the break. We'll talk about the new pitcher when we come back on the Fan Sports Network. Flyers up 6-5.
Hey, St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the quarter field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Hey, it's Luke with Udy & Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udy & Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Welcome back here to Crimson Cliffs High School, Region 9 Baseball, presented by the Boulevard. We're in the bottom of inning number 6. Mustangs, after a McKay Wright single and a walk, have 2 on with 1 out. And to the bullpen goes Chunner Nyberg, skipper, and he's going to his other ace. He's going to bring in Jake Andreas to try to seal this game here and maybe go the rest of the way after Hunt on the button through, I think it was 100 pitches. 100 pitches tonight. He goes and gives you a chance to win this game on the road. 5 1/3, gives up 9 hits, 5 runs, all earned, walked 4, struck out 5. That's the final line on the sophomore Carson Hunt. 101 pitches. 58 were for strikes tonight. So there's your stats brought to you by Best Friends on your starting pitcher for the Flyers.
Now, they haven't pitched Jake since that Pineview game back on April 15th. So it's actually been a while since we've seen Jake on the mound.
Well,
so
you thought you were going to save him to start for, and you still could start him.
You could start him. He just might be
He's got to stay under 35 pitches.
Yeah, he'll be at a low pitch count for tomorrow.
Or 30 pitches, excuse me.
Now, that is a 2 days rest, so
So here we go. Get you the numbers on Andreas. Chopper could be a double play ball. The flip to second. The relay on to first. Not in time. They do get the runner at second for out number 2. And now you got runners on the corners with 2 away. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, another great 1 pitch, 1 out situation for Jake Andreas. But runners on the corners and a chance to tie this ball game if you're the Mustangs, with 1 hit to the outfield. So big situation here. Andreas pitched in a lot of big games, in some playoff games. So the moment won't make him waver, but this is a big moment for sure.
Chunner Nyberg, knowing the importance of this game, going to Andreas. I didn't even think about that as being an option. Coach did. And I kind of like it. There's a called strike at the knees.
It's really not a bad option because, again, you're at max pitching him. Oh, I shouldn't say max. Minimum, you're pitching him 2 innings.
Yeah.
The pitch count rules adopted back in 2017. It's 1 to 35. You can come back on 0 rest. He can throw up to 60 because they have an off day tomorrow and come back and still start on Friday.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of pitching that he could do this week. I mean, you could face up to 170 pitches across the span of 2 days as long as he keeps it low. But again, I mean, if they can hold off Crimson Cliffs here, they would take it to the bottom of the 7th. He pitches bottom of the 7th as well. He's already got 2 outs in this inning, so it's possible. And it's a 2-2
count after that last pitch to Austin Smith. Smith tonight, 1 for 3. And he's got a chance. That tying run is at second. Here's the 2-2 high, and that looked like it had some velo in the 90s out of the hand on Andreas, but missing high and inside.
Yeah, that thing had some pace on it, didn't it? A little bit of speed coming in.
A little giddy up there.
But just up high. Good frame job, though, from the catcher. Just, again, stayed just high enough.
And he lost in base on balls for Smith, and Elenez will step in, who's 0 for 3 tonight. He's popped up all 3 times. Pinch runner coming into the game to run for Smith, the catcher. At Burbage, maybe? So 1 pitch, 1 out on that grounder up the middle. Now the bases are loaded. That was the only place they had open there, 1 bag, and now bases are juiced with 2 away. Dixie still leading Crimson 6-5 in the bottom of inning number 6. Andreas, the first pitch. Outside, ball 1.
Andreas looked so good in the first 2 outs of the inning, but now loading up the bases and in a battle here.
Low, ball 2.
The velo's there. The command is just not quite hitting the zone to this umpire's liking.
And Chutter Nyberg is going to come out to the mound. Another Luke Udy American Family timeout. Take a timeout in your day tomorrow. Get a free quote. See how much Luke can save you on your home, auto, or life insurance. He's not going to go get him here. He just wants to tell him.
I think he's just trying to tell him, hey, go for this kind of a pitch, or, you know, this
that was a quick meeting.
It was whatever it was just a quick, hey, do this.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Wasn't a very drawn-out meeting on the mound.
Of course, Chutter Nyberg, kind of in Dixie Flyer lore as a freshman, had that weightlifting injury where that band came up, hit him in the eye. Just can't see in the one eye, and as a freshman, came on and pitched the state championship game and got a victory. It was one of my first years of broadcasting the state tournament. Remember it well, and Coach Messerly was the skipper of the Flyers, and of course he turned it over to Danny Ibsen, who retired last season, and now one of their own alumni, Chutter Nyberg, taking over the helm here for Dixie High. He was a former pitcher, went to BYU, and there's a called strike at the knees. Elenez was taken all the way on a 3-0 count. Of course, Justin Abbott was a former pitcher. These two guys know how to handle their staff. Here's the 3-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. Now Andreas is juiced.
That momentum is starting to shift towards the Dixie dugout after a 3-0 count.
Nowhere to put him. Bases loaded, full count, bottom of the 6th. Crimson runners will go. Swinging a drive into center field, hanging a little bit, diving, and he caught it. He caught it. Da-da-da. Are you kidding me? Mr. Benson with a diving top play nominee, and the Flyers keep the 1-run lead.
That was impressive. If we got it on the replay, it might be ending just out of sight, but that has to go down as at least a defensive play of the game.
100%. There was some giddy up from center field, Paulie.
There was some giddy up indeed. What a play that was, and just full extension laying out makes the play and preserves this lead for the Flyers, more importantly.
And it makes Chutter Nyberg's decision to go to Andres look really smart. Got in a little trouble there, bases loaded, and they get a diving catch by Benson. We'll go to the 7th. Flyers still leading 6-5 on the Wilkinson scoreboard here on your home for local sports, the Fan Sports Network.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
Relatives coming to visit? Not enough room? Maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool. Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Visit stgeorgeutahvacationrentals.com.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill. Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice. Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the quarter field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Back live, here we go. Top half of the 7th. Flyers ready to go to work here as they've got that 1-run lead. And guys, I'm still just astonished at the effort, the all-out dive, the Superman face-first dive, and he kept it off the grass in center field. It looked like it was going to be a big-time hit again, and Crimson would at least score 2 runs, guys, on that. If he dives and misses that ball, it might have emptied the bases.
That's right.
Instead, Dixie keeps the lead. Here is Gilmore. And Gilmore quickly facing a 1-2 count from Anderson. Anderson, the righty deliver, a number to third, caught it. Caught it on the line. Good play by Bennett at third to come in a couple steps and glove it.
Yeah, just very aware and active over there at third base. Makes the play, and 1 up, 1 down for the Mustangs. Mission accomplished thus far.
Tremendous game tonight, guys. Both these guys really tuning up for the postseason run.
Yeah. Down the stretch. And like you were saying in the pregame, I think pitching really, really important in the state tournament because you just play all those games back to back to back to back. So pitching and the depth of the pitchers that you have in your rotation and your bullpen, so important.
Now facing the 1-1 after taking a chop.
Anderson ready to go. He's just ready.
I like that. I like the quick pace
yeah,
for the
me
pitchers.
too.
1-1 pitch hit high down in left field, going back on the track right near the fence, and he makes the catch. A deep out off the bat of Gilmore.
Wow. Anytime you see that ball sailing, again, we've talked about the wind being a factor. Who knows how far it can push it. It pushed it all the way to the warning track, but way to make the play out there in left field. McKay Wright.
So now 2 down. And the Flyers, of course, 3 defensive outs away from a win here. And guess what, guys? Crimson a chance to maybe walk it off.
They could.
Mr. Walkoff?
Yes, Mr. Walkoff. Where's he at in the lineup? Honestly, he's
I want you to start. What's that song? Walk it like I talk it? I want you to start singing that.
Okay. The
Breckenparts-
Migos song. I like that.
Yeah.
Did your daughters hip you to that one?
I don't know. I've heard it. It's not in my playlist. But I've heard it.
Well,
I should add it.
Yeah, add it.
Speaking of Mr. Walkoff, Breckenpark's going to be the third batter in the lineup at the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, he's got an opportunity.
He was our Jimmy John's Highlight of the Week 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and our
Player of the
Subaru
Week.
Player of the Week as well. So he's helped win a couple of awards for the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs and for himself.
Speaking of which, I got to get him his prizes. Get a nice little compliments of Finley Subaru, $100 gift card, sporting goods store in town, and then obviously a free Prime IV.
Yeah, that's a good little package. Riley Green, the winner last week, I believe, for the Jimmy John's Highlight, or no?
Yeah,
correct. Desert Hills softball.
Yeah, but Brecken got at the point 2
weeks ago. Yeah.
Awards.
Yeah,
he's had quite the month of April so far.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? May will be here soon.
Yeah.
A week away from May. And breaking ball to Turley, and a good one from Anderson. Froze him. Strike 1. Or strike 2. Sorry. The scoreboard operator, I got to give him props. Cassie is quick on the balls and strikes tonight.
Yeah.
Quickest trigger in town. It's like an old West film. Turley, 303, batting average coming into tonight. Saws that one off. Foul ball. Fabulous Freddy's foul ball.
Yeah, like the chop there to stay alive. This is all about protecting the zone, especially on a 1-2 count, because that count is not in your favor whatsoever. So you got to continue to protect anything close and just swing at it. Plus nobody on, 2 outs. Your goal right now, if anything, just try to get on base, get some insurance runs.
Ooh, wow. Where was that pitch?
That
umpire's looking over at the dugout because I'm sure he's hearing it. I'm sure he's hearing it over there.
He's definitely hearing it.
I mean, you heard the oohs just from us.
Yeah.
Well, being an umpire
It's a tough job.
or an official, you're going to make 50% of the people happy all the time and 50%
That's right.
unhappy on about every call.
That's right.
You're batting 500, buddy.
Yep.
Twos are wild. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Flyers leading 6-5. We're in the top half of the 7th. And Carter Turley locked in a battle with Mason Anderson here. Anderson has the sign, goes to the stretch and the pitch, and another foul ball. Turley fights it off. How to play. Again, coupons are on sale at Fabulous Freddy's. Go pick up your book of 10 washes, plus you get 1 free when you buy a book of 10 that day. So you get 11 washes for the price of 7. It's a little over, well, not quite, what is that, almost a 40% discount? My math ain't so good.
Hey, something like that.
And the pitch down low. Couldn't have missed by much. Full count.
Yeah, that ball going low and away. So The full count's big here. We talked about it being a 1-2 count, not being in a hitter's favor, but I feel like right now, full count, again, this is go either way territory.
Yeah.
Wind has picked up a little, blowing in now. Turley drive down the line in left, and it is a fair ball. Turley's gonna have a break job halfway to second, and he's gonna go back to first with a well-hit single, and the Flyers keep the top half of the 7th going.
Talk about McKay Wright out there left. I mean, the hit itself, fantastic, but to be able to keep him at first, I thought for sure that's a double.
Yeah, he took a big turn. I thought he had a double.
He was halfway to second base and realized the throw was halfway to second base as well. He had to turn back.
Throw was on an absolute rope, frozen rope all the way in.
Yeah,
I mean,
good play from both of those.
Yeah.
I mean, from the bat to the throw in.
That's what makes me mad about his football recruitment. People say McKay Wright's not fast enough as a backer. I'm like, whatever. You're an idiot. Foul straight back.
Yeah,
I look good on Snow for giving him a spot, right?
Yeah, it will.
good on Snow. That's
well,
right.
and I mean, Snow's been a stepping
Powerhouse,
point for
yeah.
so many football players throughout the years.
And that one a one hopper. Nice block by Benson to keep Turley at first base.
Not to mention Snow College getting the JUCO National Player of the Year in basketball as well.
That's right. They got to the tournament one and done, though, unfortunately. Lost a heartbreaker on a 3 at the buzzer. Isaac Finlinson, though, the JUCO Player of the Year.
Yeah, right out of Dixie High School.
Dixie grad, yes, sir.
1-2 count here. Anderson.
And he's facing Hill 2 for 2 tonight. Hill's been great at the plate. This could be another battle. That was a great battle between Anderson and Turley, and now he's got to deal with Hill. He's got 2 strikes on him and a chopper high, but right to first. Sherritt goes and gets it, touched the bag, and the Mustangs are chasing 1 to tie, 2 to win as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. No runs on 1 hit, 1 left on base, no errors there. Dixie 6, Mustangs of Crimson 5 on the Fan Sports Network.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Intercap Lending, Red Rock Real Estate, and St. George News.
It'll be the 7, 8, 9 hitters as we welcome you back to our Boulevard Home Game of the Week. It'll be Ryder Sherritt, Race Bennett, and Brecken Park. Here we go. 6-5 Flyers. 3 defensive outs away from Game 1 victory in this home and home to wrap up the regular season for both these teams. Crimson came in 6th in the latest RPI rankings, 7th for the Flyers. 8-2 Crimson, their region record, 7-3 for Dixie. Swing, foul tip, strike. Yeah, they want interference. Turley wants interference.
That's a tough one to call right there.
Oh.
You're getting some interesting crowd noise going on over here.
Guys, it is a final over at Desert Hills and Snow Canyon. 14-2 was the final.
Wow.
Warriors came to battle tonight.
Yeah. Big game 1 win. So now they're both 8-3. Warriors.
Yeah.
And if Crimson can walk this off, guys, they would be 9-2.
Yeah, I mean.
And if they win Friday, they would be outright region champs.
See, but now if Dixie wins,
they would
tonight,
be 8-3 in that 3-way tie.
We've got
four
teams that are 8-3.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
There's so many scenarios.
Oh, man. Snow Canyon winning does shake things up a lot. Well, we're back at it here, so no interference called. It's just a swing and strike, and 1-2 now after that ball comes in off the turf.
And a foul straight back off the bat of Ratter Sherrod.
Well,
Sherrod knows a thing or two about comebacks. The most epic comeback in a state championship game I've ever called was up at Rice-Eccles Stadium last November.
Yeah, one of the better games we've seen from the this last football season. And Crimson Cliffs winning the year before. I mean, I think a lot of people had them counted out. After losing so many seniors, I think everyone figured there's no way that they'll bounce back. But sure enough, they bounce back and they win a state championship, which is not easy to do considering the expansion of state football has gone from 2 regions to 4 again.
Andres swing and a miss, and down goes Sherrod. A Red Rock Real Estate strikeout for Jake Andres.
And what a decision it's been by Coach Nyberg to bring in Jake to close out this game for the Flyers. Obviously loaded the bases last inning, but worked his way through it. And now he's 2 outs away from winning this game.
And, of course, bringing up Race Bennett. And Race Bennett struck out twice this game as well. So he's been struggling at the plate.
And strike 1. Andreas whips it in there. Strike 2. Race Bennett 0 for 2, to your point, Caden. Andreas looks strong right now. He looks determined, doesn't he? The senior.
He does.
Trying to get a big win for his Flyers. Flyers probably got the result they wanted. And there is a K hanging on the board. And here comes Brecken Park, who would love to leave the park and tie this game. He's been a hero not once but twice on walk-off wins. Doesn't have a duck on the pond, though. He just needs to get a board, really. He can keep this game going.
He's got to get on because the top of the lineup has been playing really well. They've been hitting well. So if he can get on base, then there's at least a possibility.
I don't know if he's going to get on base or not, but there is one thing I know about this at bat. It's going to be about 12 to 15 pitches.
It feels like it always is with Brecken Park in the bottom of the 7th.
And what's funny is Park is only hitting 240. I mean, when we did that first walk-off 2 weeks ago, he was hitting 250. He's actually dipped, but he has a flair for the moment.
Yeah, flair for the dramatic, flair for the clutch
Can
moments.
I get a woo?
That's right.
I didn't do it as good as Ric Flair.
That was not a Ric Flair woo, I'll tell you that.
Can you guys do better? Paulie, give me one.
I can.
What?
Yeah.
I at least tried.
You did try.
Brecken Park, 1-2 count. Flyers a strike away from a win. And a swing and a miss, and they got it. Jake Andreas comes in, shuts the door, and the Flyers take game 1 of the best of 2 home-and-home series 6-5, spoiling the Mustang senior night tonight.
Just an incredible conservation and preservation of the lead by Jake Andreas late in this game. I know there was big hits throughout the game by the Flyers, but man, Jake, number 3 on the mound, he sends the Flyers home happy tonight.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, best friends. Stats, hand out some awards. Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game. Boy, we got some nominees. Diving catch in center field, double pickle, double play. We've got a bunch. We'll also name our star of the game and our Jersey Mike sub of the game, all coming up inside our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show after a quick message from our great local partners. Flyers win it 6-5.
Hi there, Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Hey, it's Luke with Uding Associates at American Family Insurance. At Uding Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you and help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Today's game is brought to you by Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, Sport Court, Scooters Coffee, and Holbrook Asphalt.
Wow, guys, the one thing that kind of resonates after we saw that 14-2 win for Snow Canyon tonight over Desert Hills, and we just saw Dixie with a thrilling instant Region 9 Classic 6-5. They get the job done as we welcome you into our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show, is now all of a sudden, guys, going to the final night of the regular season. Both the 7-3 teams won tonight, Dixie and Snow Canyon. So they're 8-3. Both the 8-2 teams lost. They're 8-3. We got a log jam, a four-way tie atop the Region 9 standings.
Isn't it crazy? We talked about this coming into the game, that one of the wildest things that could happen tonight is a Snow Canyon and a Dixie win, and we got just that. So no matter what happens, we're going to have co-region
Yeah,
champions.
we're going to have a share. That's what that guarantees, is now there's no way somebody can win this region title outright this year. More importantly, everybody's trying to maybe get a split now, the two losing teams. You're trying to get a sweep if you're the two winning teams and take all that momentum into the postseason and get the best RPIC that you possibly can. Now, Desert Hills the 1, Snow Canyon the 2. I don't know if they're going to flip-flop, but if Snow Canyon sweeps them, they certainly could on Friday night.
Yeah.
Desert Hills has a few more losses, or less losses than Snow Canyon. But you know what? We'll see. We'll see. I don't have the math memorized on the RPI. We can take a look at that in a minute. But, boy, we got a lot to clean up here. Again, just like Dr. Cody cleans up your kids' teeth with all your dental needs. See why so many parents choose Dr. Cody, Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. New patient special, $99. The cleaning, the exam, the x-rays. Get your summer appointments for your kids so they don't miss any school. Right, parents? That's the right thing to do, and not a better place to do it than Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff, Caden Formaster, 6-5 our final here in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. Let's get to some stats brought to you by Best Friends. As we do some stats, let's get you guys a couple of awards. I want you guys to give me some awards here. I mean, there's a lot to shake out here. We saw big play after big play, big at bat after big bat, timely hits, aggressive base running. Saw a little bit of everything. This is one of the funner games to broadcast that we've seen all season.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, there was big plays all over the place, whether it was big hits like Carson Hunt hit one off the wall, or whether it was the diving catch out in center field. I mean, there was just big plays all over the place. And then, of course, Jake Andreas closing it out there with the final strikeout of the game. I mean, this has been a phenomenal one here tonight.
He's got to be your Jersey Mike sub of the game. Speaking of awards, it's got to be Jake Andreas tonight coming in and just that flawless performance. And
Jake comes in, 1 2/3 of work, walks 1, strikes out 3, doesn't give up a hit. And he only threw... He's faced 6 batters and threw 26 pitches, 16 were for strikes. So he's going to be fine to start on Friday.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
He's going to be juiced up after tonight's win. And again, Paulie, I agree. You know, kind of a surprise move by Coach Nyberg, but the right move as it played out as the Flyers win at 6-5. And I couldn't agree more. I know he was at third, but when you come in and you seal the deal and you get some big outs, you know, that's your Jersey Mike sub of the game, no question, because he came in relief on the bump.
Yeah. Let's talk about our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game. I think it's got to go to Marcus Benson, diving catch with bases loaded for out number 3. I mean, it doesn't get much bigger than that in the moment, right? I mean, if that goes through, Crimson Cliffs wins this game.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that award and the statement, if it gets through, that Crimson wins, because that was a huge situation and a huge sequence in this game that was thwarted by Benson. So I agree with that.
Yeah, there's no question. In a game that's 6-5, you could go offense, you could go defense, but if that ball gets past him to the wall, I think Crimson wins this game. That was the game-saving play.
That's a triple. I mean, right there, that's got to be a triple, and it's going to clear all the bases and put another runner right here in scoring position.
Sure.
I mean,
we see you, Marcus Benson, your Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game recipient tonight. Nobody does it better. Local guys, local jobs, support local. Go see our friends at AWP it's easier than you think to buy direct and save. They got Samsung and GE and all the top brands over there, washers, dryers, refrigerators. They got the little Pebble ice makers. I picked one up last summer. My 13-year-old feels I can't keep enough distilled water in the house, so go see our friends at AWP. All right, one more. Let me give you guys a couple stats here. This might help you with the star of the game. Hill goes 2 for 3. Turley goes 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. And Carson Hunt goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. So Hunt, Turley, probably your leading candidates there. Of course, Hunt pitched.
Yeah.
And ends up, getting the win after it all. Because Dixie, after he gave up the lead, went and got it back for him. He was lifted, and Andreas took care of it and got the save.
I'll let Caden go with Hunt because he called a shot in the pregame, but I'll go with Turley, 2 for 2.
3 ribbies.
3 ribbies, played a great defensive backstop all night for the Flyers. I'll go Turley.
Yeah, it's hard not to go Turley or Hunt, really. I mean, both cases makes a lot of sense, right? Hunt was able to get a lot done on the mound, and then luckily there was a save that came so that he didn't have too many runs that were earned towards him. So both guys, but I will say I really like Paul's choice there of Turley as well.
All right, let's make it official. Carter Turley gets the nod. Carson Hunt, we gave him some love last week in that Pineview broadcast we did. Let's share the love. Turley,
he's
the
an
senior,
honorable mention for sure.
Big time performance. Those guys there doing some damage there. Hill, Turley, Hunt, right there, the 2, 3, 4 hitters combined for 6 of the 8 Flyer hits. Crimson actually has 9 hits. They out-hit, but can't win it on the scoreboard where it matters. You look at some production, and it all came from the same spot in the order for Crimson, right? You had, MacArthur, and then you had Jackson Whitwer and McKay Wright, your 1, 2, 3 hitters. Cutter Christensen, your number 4 hitter, goes 1 for 3 tonight. And you look at, 1 through 5, 6 of their 9 hits came from that 1 through 5. So plenty of love to go around in a 6-5 Flyer victory. The rematch should be great on Friday night.
Yeah, that'll be a great rematch indeed. So it'll be a lot of fun to see how the rest of the region pans out on Friday.
Our look ahead to next game, I'd love to do the rematch, but we're going to do the Desert. We want to do one game in each series. They're all so meaningful. So we're going to be over at Snow Canyon for their senior night. Desert Hills will be looking for some payback. Snow Canyon will be looking for maybe the overall number 1 seed in the RPI rankings if they can get the job done. So that'll be a 7:30 first pitch right here on the live stream and on the radio. This has been the Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Paul, final thoughts in this one. What a thrilling game.
Yeah, just back and forth all night long, and it was just a compelling game. Great pitching, great hitting, great defensive plays in the outfield. So, hats off to the Flyers for making just one extra play.
Yeah, I agree with that. It was really an all-around fantastic game. We saw a little bit of everything. Guys, we didn't even talk about in the post game the double pickle. We saw.
Everybody loves a double dill pickle.
When I say we saw a little bit of everything, we saw a little bit of everything. It was an absolute blast. Can't wait for Friday
Only
night.
thing we didn't see was a home run tonight.
No home runs.
And the first 4 innings, the wind was blowing straight to left. But
we got close with
some warning track power.
With the Carson Hunt double. We saw another one on the warning track that got caught, but it was close.
All right, we saw a little bit of everything, and we'll hope for another great instant Region 9 Classic on Friday night. We'll have the Snow Canyon Desert Hills broadcast. Until then, it's a final here inside of our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show. Flyers get the win, 6-5 over Crimson. Have a great Wednesday night, everybody.